Swap out chat. Bump, bump, bump. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, everybody is good today. I hope. Close that. Let's get the Discord notification out. Hello, Mick. Hello, Thorn. Hello, Gotcha and Astra. How you guys doing? Going live.
Thank you for joining Class 1A.
Stormbringer, thank you. Appreciate it. You are heard? I hope so. Don't forget your drink to hydrate. Yes. I got my drink. I'm good to go there. I should do an at everyone. Thank you. Mucho apreciado. Yeah, it's crazy. I was kind of up like almost all night. Couldn't sleep. Watching the counter. I'm like, yep. That day is going to be the day. It's going to be good. I don't know if well, not everybody was around last year for it, but like that time capsule thing. I've knocked off quite a bit, except for like Senpai's lo-fi. I've almost knocked off everything. Hello, Leaf. How you doing? What do you consider making? Today's topic will be like generic, like not generic, but like for anybody to answer. I'm pretty good. Hopefully everybody's had a great week. A great week. You think? Oh, really? Starlight did a time capsule too? That's good. Thank you. I am well. It is Friday. Friday's good. You can't go wrong with Fridays. Okay, we can send that off. That's good. Okay, notifications out. We're good. Sing the Friday song. I don't know the Friday song. I didn't know there was one. Hello, Gotcha. Drinking me Gatorade. You should look up Senpai Ahem. What's that? Do you know other VTubers in your niche? Yeah, sort of, yeah. The problem is, Lee, like the most of... Okay. The VTubers that were in the same niche as me, most of them have kind of like moved on to some other things. Like Realist now does like something completely different. Sapphire kind of moved on away from, for the most part, doing like education stuff. I'm for the most part alone, because like Fofamik kind of moved away from the VTubing education. Argama kind of moved away. Mary Yume kind of moved away. There are some people that are like trying to do the VTubing education, but they're not going to like the majority of them aren't doing what I'm doing. They're not dedicated to VTubing education. They'll have like maybe a tutorial here and there, but most of their content is like random stuff, like them gaming, them doing other live streams. So like there's nobody really doing what I'm doing anymore. For the most part, I'm very much alone. What's my niche? VTubing education. I saw a Mary Yume tweet. She seemed upset that people thought she was educational. Really? She was upset over that? I mean, like, I'm surprised she'd be upset about that, but she did make, like, educational content, like, straight up. I'm gonna, like, look that up right now. I'm very surprised if that's the case. Oh, she's doing a 2.0 debut. Oh, has she? She's doing the Rule 34? Really? No. Really? What? Did she really change her content completely? Like, I know she kind of, like, changed it a little bit. What? No. Frank, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Mary Yume.
Hey, sleep.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's completely changed. Yeah. Oh, crap. Okay. Gotta move it up. There we go. Yeah, no. She's leaving Twitch. I don't know if that's a clickbait video. Nux Taku, collab, playing some Stray. Yeah, like for the Smash and Pass. Yeah, for the most part, she's kind of moved away from educational. Looks like 9 months ago was probably like the last time she did something educational. Yeah. She does news now. Extra dose of Mary, daily dose of Mary. This is smart. I like that. This is very smart. Having separate channels, daily dose. It's not really, it's not safe for work. Wow. Interesting. Okay. I gotta check that out later. VTuber Kurumi? Let me look her up. Which channel is it? Does anybody have her like actual official channel? Most of the gamer VTubers I met don't only play horror. They focus on variety. I think variety is a very dangerous thing for a lot of VTubers to do, and that's why I think one of many reasons why a lot of VTubers aren't being successful right now. I think this is probably her. No, it's not. Kurumi VODs? Where's her official? More. Twitch. This is probably the Twitch. The thing is, at the end of the day, chat, if you guys are doing variety content, you're gonna like struggle. Okay, so this person has 4K subs on YouTube. What's their Twitter? 4K Twitter. 21K followers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not in a group with a whole bunch of people. I bet if we look her up right now, we go to Twitch stats. Let's see how long they've actually been live streaming for. I saw her once live with false ID, so it makes sense. So how long has this person been streaming? Looks like a very long time. March 2020 is when they started. So they've definitely not. They're not new. They've been around for a while. They have 20K followers, 325 average viewers. I mean, they started a very, very long time ago. Their main game is VR chat by the looks of it. VR chat, believe it or not, is very, 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 very good. Very, very good for if you know how to use VR chat correctly, it's very good for growth. Extremely good for growth. So they were probably sometime in 2020, I would imagine. If not, early 2021 by the looks of the stats. So, and then they've had a rise, they had a fall. Like, as we see, September's always the slow season for VTubers, right? So, or not just VTubers, but like content and creation in general. Except for this rise right here. So, you know, honestly, I don't know. Then again, look at these hours streamed. 12 hours, 6 hours, 14, 8, 77. The hours are definitely all over the place. They took some time off here between March and June. Yeah. She's purple hair. Yeah. I think the only VTubers that can do Verity are the big ones. I agree 100%. The problem is a lot of VTubers see what the big people are doing, and they're trying to emulate what the big VTubers are doing. Like, quite honestly, that's what they're doing. And you can't emulate the big VTubers or big streamers in general, because they've already spent years and years and years and years and years cultivating an audience. Their clips aren't that popular either, but like they get views, but not like the 1K. But she has a very nice layout. So if we go like this, we go to chat. It's like it's a really good layout. Welcome, rules, like this is what I tell you guys to do all the time. Left to right. She does it perfectly. Uses the word donate instead of tips. All donations are non-refundable, which is not true. Donations are refundable. Tips are not refundable. We went through that a million times. If it says donation, PayPal will just refund it because, again, donations are refundable. She has her own code. I wonder how much she actually... Honestly, I really wonder how long, or not how long, but like how much they make off gamer subs. She started last week. No, she didn't. Kurumi? No. Dude, she's been streaming since like 2020, March 2020. Like a super long time. At least 2 years. She's definitely not a new streamer. Definitely not new. Like, you don't get this number in a week. Do you think it's better to copy a small niche and be creative, or start your own niche? A little bit of both. Like, if you have the ability to start your own niche, I would probably do that. Because you'd be like setting the trend. So 13 days ago is the oldest VOD, because that's how it is. Highlights, There's no highlights. Let's go for clips. Let's go all. Yeah, all clips. Eight days, 2 days, 7 days. I'm trying to find like the oldest clip. 18 hours ago, 20 hours ago. So I wonder if they purge their clips fairly often. It might be that they became a VTuber and then did like a complete purge. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna really log into Twitter on. Yeah, it looks like they debuted their model, their V2 model, a couple of weeks ago. That's probably what it is. Oh, you know what? That's exactly what it is. That's why we can't find anything more than 14 days ago. That's literally the reason, because they purged everything that was older than. So I'm assuming they were probably like a flesh tuber at one point. They got rid of all the old clips before their life as a VTuber, and this is why. It makes sense. It makes lots of sense. Okay, so that I can see why people are getting confused then, and thinking that they're a new streamer. Or whoops, Twitch metrics. Let's see if make sure Twitch metrics pulls up the same thing. Streams. Friday, July 22nd goes back just chatting. Ark Survival Evolved. August. Yeah, they've been streaming for a very long time. Their average viewership is around 200. So they've had an already established audience. October 13th. So this is probably when it's kind of cool to see like them switching over to VTubing. You can see the viewership kind of go up a little bit. So obviously swapping over was like the correct decision. Which is good. What Twitter community should you join if you want to stay updated? You should join the Twitter communities that are inside your niche. So you could join like absolutely max probably 1 or 2 VTuber like niche communities. But what I would really focus on is like what other content creators do. Game niches. Whatever game niche you're in, art niche, whatever, stuff like that. Whatever content you're typically creating is the stuff that you want to follow. The niches you want to join, the Twitter communities you want to interact with. Those are the communities you really want to be a part of. Because at the end of the day, if you guys are making content for say you're a VTuber that makes content for Dead by Daylight. Typically the people you want in your live streams is Dead by Daylight fans. But if you blast it out to the general, VTuber audience or Twitter audience, most people aren't going to be interested, if that makes sense. Which means you're kind of like screaming into a void. And if you want people to like, you want people that come to your stream that's actually interested in the content that you're making. Not there just to support you and be like, oh, hey, buddy, good job. And then like just lurk for the next 3-4 hours. You want people that are actually wanting to be there because they're actually interested in the game. So yeah, no, it's cool. Good question, though. I'm glad you asked it. I'm just going to do what I love, which is reading, writing books in general. that would be a good niche to stream or even make content around. Now, there was another VTuber I wanted to look at on stream with you guys. Where was it? It was somewhere in chat, in the Discord. There's somebody like that's absolutely blowing up. And they mostly make YouTube shorts, and I want to show you guys that. I can't remember their name for the life of me, though. Where is it? I should have copied and pasted it before stream. Shows you guys how prepared I was for today. Where is it? Does anybody know the name that I'm looking for by any chance? Can confirm it's super helpful. It really is. I'm doing good, Cosmic. Is that who it is, Rayless? I bet you it is. Rayless knows. But like a lot of you guys just legit. Oh, it is this person. Perfect. Thank you so much, Rayless. You are like a godsend. But look at this, chat. Like, very basic banner. Has the links on the top right-hand side, which I tell you guys all the time to do. But just, like, look at all these shorts. I'm going to pause the music real quick here, because I really need to think. Because we got to do some notes. We got to use the whiteboard. We really do, because like I kind of want to like just write down my thoughts here. So we see that this person's been making content for like a year, 1 year, right? Their older content really doesn't get a whole lot of views. All the views that this person has on their older stuff is probably because of their newer content, right? For the most part, it is. It really is. You know what? They don't... Doesn't this person have Twitch? Isn't this a Twitch streamer? Like, I'm almost guaranteed... Yeah, they are. When was the last time they were live? Okay, this is interesting. Twitch metrics. I'm a little bit... They were a Twitch streamer? So what do they do now? Nothing. Interesting. They stream on YouTube now under the same account? Are their live streams unlisted? Shorts, past live streams. Ah, there it is. Okay. 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 They're Twitch or a YouTube streamer. Gotcha. Makes more sense now. I wonder what caused them to switch from Twitch to YouTube. I'm really curious. But chat, like this is super smart. 150k subs, well, which is like really good. Social Blade. Oh my god. Look at this. 120, 120, 200. Jesus. You can see where the algorithm just like really, really just threw them. Oh my golly gee. Holy crap. Look at this. 0 views, 0 views, 0 views, 99. And like they did it better than Doge, straight to the moon. But like one thing, okay, so let me get back to my proper train of thought. So they got 1 year worth of like they've been making content for like a year, straight up. Right? Oh, okay, their live streams were like right there. So straight up for 1 year. Makes content for 1 year. Goes viral. YouTube Shorts get pushed out. Right? Because they had older content, aka shorts, people were able to binge. Right? People were able to binge their content nonstop after they got served. Like, let's say around here, 5-6 months ago is when they really got promoted. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, 5-6 months ago is when we really start seeing a lot of views in the double digits. So people were able to go to the older content and binge the older content. What else can we see? You should look at our TikTok. Ah, she doesn't have her TikTok up here. Come on, punk. Tisk. You need a stream review. Okay, so let's hope they have their links in here. Twitter, send a tip, wishlist, Patreon, Discord, Reddit. Where's your TikTok link? Ah. Now I gotta do it like a peasant. I gotta do it the old-fashioned way. I don't like doing it the old-fashioned way. Look at this. Their TikTok is also getting lots of views. It goes straight 4'11". Jeez, they're short. My poops are bigger than that. Did I just see 500K? I thought I saw a 500K video for a second there. 150K? Oh my god, they got so many videos. Oh my god, they have a lot of videos. Holy crap. Oh, they literally started off as a bunny. Look at that. Humble beginnings chat right there. I just passed an 800K. I'm sorry, I'm in a sea of pink. I can't see anything other than pink right now. I'm surprised you guys caught that. Where's the 800K? I wonder what an 800K video looks like. Notice the timestamp of her first video. When was that? 2021. Wait, what? 4/23? April 23rd, 2021? What the hell? Jesus. That's pretty good. Okay, wait. I gotta find this 800K video that Rayla speaks of. We have to investigate, chat. We got to do this for science. 317K. So let's put that in new tab real quick. Because let's see a 300K video. 300K is a lot. I must be blind. I don't see it. 10K there. Almost 100 there, which is really good. It's, you know, it's so cool to see, though. Like, honestly, it's really cool to see. Not all the videos do super well. Like, some of her videos are absolute, like, 150Ks. Some of them are 5. But not everything is, like, just, like, blows up. Which is good to see. Because it's not just us peasants that have this problem. Okay.
Driving and I'm speeding and I'm vigorously masturbating, swerving and I'm screaming and I violently come. I come!
Okay, wait.
Here is a list of lies that I've told my friends, and they believe me. I've convinced them that I eat cereal with water. I've convinced them that I'm actually British, but I just have an amazing American accent. I've convinced them that my dad only has one lung, and the other one he has to use a robot for. And I've
Wait, what? Wait, so what's this 133K video?
I heard the new Apple Watch update means that it can track, like, ovulation now, which I think is so...
What? What? Okay, wait a minute. Where's the 800K video? I'm going to go ballistic in a second here. Where's the 800K? Wait, what's this 150? Okay, we gotta see this.
Internet is really, really great.
For porn!
What the? So wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the? Okay, can somebody link? Okay, Thorin, can you link me the one that like has millions on YouTube?
Wake up, mommy. I just threw up. Wake up.
Interesting. Thank you, Rayless. Thank you so much.
I've seen a lot of VTubers who
Oh
have...
no. Oh no. This is... No. Really? This is where what we've come down to? Okay.
I've seen a lot of VTubers who have models that have like really big bazongas, big hongolobangas. And while I feel like that's a really good decision for those VTubers, I made another decision with my model, which was to have Schrodinger's boobs. Because they are covered by a scrap of cloth, you guys will never know how big they are. They could be massive below this dress, or they could be itty bitty teeny tiny. Everyone will wonder, nobody will truly know. I've seen a...
Huh. Okay. Okay, don't get me wrong. I like these TikToks. They're actually like they're funny. I'm trying to comprehend it in my head. I'm trying to make sense of this.
Account have this description that you can add to your profile of what business you are and why this Twitter account is professional. And I, for the longest time, have had mine as circus, and not a single person, not one, has fucking commented on it. Please, people, I'm making the joke so easy. The fruit is hanging so low, it is touching the ground. Please, that's all I want.
Okay, I really love her editing. Her editing is so good. So good. 1.3
People always ask me,
million.
Lopi, how do you get so much energy? How do you keep yourself so excited all the time? And I
Yeah.
just have to tell you guys my morning routine, because I think my morning routine is what
Tell
sets
me
me
it.
up to be this awesome at my job every single day. I wake up, I roll out of bed, I take
You know, one thing I'm noticing, I don't know if you guys are noticing this. Every 2 to 3 seconds, something's happening on the screen. The scene's changing one way or another every 2 to 3 seconds.
my antidepressants, and you know what I drink them with? That's right, Red Bull. Go take a shit.
She's either zooming in, zooming out, swiping, fading, adding things on the screen to add more movement.
Shower. What do I shower in? That's right, Red Bull. What do I brush my teeth with after that shower? That's right, Red Bull flavored toothpaste, Red Bull flavored water, baby. And then we gotta go to the kitchen. We're gonna have ourselves a good breakfast. So I pour myself a bowl of Cheerios, and you know what I eat those Cheerios with? That's right, Red Bull, baby. What do I do when I clock into work? That's right, I crack open my morning Red Bull, and that's how we get
This is so interesting. This is very interesting.
things going. But you know, the taste
Like,
of Red Bull is
legit.
a little much, so generally I'll actually have another drink there to kind of mix between
Red
the two
Bull?
and like take a sip of one, then a
Let
sip
me
of the
guess.
other, just to make sure
Red
I'm not overdoing it with the whole Red Bull thing. So I'll take a sip of my Red Bull, and then
Yep.
take a sip of my coconut flavored Red Bull, and
There we go.
boom, we are good to go. That's my morning routine. Hope you guys can learn a thing or
So they're very cutesy videos. The TikTok, the ones that seem like they work good on TikTok are the ones that aren't very sessio. They're kind of lewd. Like she's not lewd, but like the topics are kind of lewd, which is really cool. Interesting. And I wonder, okay, so I'm really wondering what the conversion rate is from TikTok to YouTube. I'm gonna say right here is when YouTube Shorts really just picked her up and threw her, like look at this, 200K, and then we're in the millions now. She effectively doubled in less than a week, less than a few days. She doubled in a few days. Crazy. Chat, I'm telling you guys. YouTube Shorts. Right? YouTube Shorts is the content. It really is. It's the bee's knees. You guys got to make this stuff. How long have I been saying make YouTube Shorts? I feel for like over a year now I've been saying it. Like it has to be over a year now. And you know what? Honestly, like, so Rayless and I were talking probably like 2 weeks ago, and Rayless was like something around the lines of YouTube Shorts are probably going to be the future. And I was like, nah, I think he's right. I think Rayless is right. I think YouTube Shorts is the future at this point. It really is. There are so many channels that are like literally blowing up. So what you guys should do, if you guys want to replicate her success right off the bat, one, start making content. Does Shorts have less content than normal videos? Well, kind of. Shorts can be super quick. But okay, so one, start making YouTube short content. Two, don't overthink the YouTube short content. Just don't overthink it. There are so many of you guys that have sent me YouTube short ideas, especially in Discord, you guys are talking about like extravagant, detailed breakdowns of like so many different things. Simple, quick, just what I'm talking about. You guys can definitely do those things. Definitely do those things. Like super detailed. I just want you guys just get used to making content first. So this is just from me, like just telling you guys just to get into the groove of making content, aka YouTube Shorts. Just start simple, start making it. Don't overthink it. Get used to making the content. Then you could put a lot more thought into it, a lot more editing. I just want you guys getting used to making it first. Please. But they don't have to be super high energy, chaotic. They really don't. Red Bull and boba jokes are more relatable to more people. Well, you don't have to make, okay, you guys don't have to make content that's going to be relatable to everybody. You guys can literally make content that's relatable to your niche. Right? Again, this kind of like comes down to like the whole Twitter thing. You want people, like, you want your shorts served to a specific audience, right? You don't want your shorts about, because Rayless is here, I'm just going to use Rayless for an example. You don't want your VTuber lore videos or your VTuber lore shorts going out to people that watch Minecraft. You want your VTuber lore shorts to go out to people that are actually interested in VTubers, aka probably other VTubers or people that watch the VTubers. You really don't want them going out to the Minecraft audience, because if they get served to the Minecraft audience, the shorts are probably more than likely going to die and you're going to get a lot of hate. But it looks like those shorts, her shorts, every 2 to 3 seconds, something was changing on the screen. I feel like Rayless's does a very similar thing as well. She also had a lot of sound effects, but you guys can build up to that eventually. I feel like that kind of explosion needs to be relatable for more people. It definitely does if you're trying to cast a wide net. It was about scheduling conflict. How much time should we put into edit to what we record? Well, your edit ratio to recording ratio is going to be different for everybody. Like, you know what? I've never done this. I'm going to do this right now. Rayless, check your DMs. This might be a first for VTuber Senpai history. Okay. Okay. We're getting Rayless on. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. Rayless and I, right now. Hello?
Well, hello.
Hello, Rayless. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right, we're going to turn you down just a
About
little bit.
my favorite topic.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about it. So what do you think?
About like shorts in general, or like the different types? Or like, there's a lot of thoughts here.
There is a lot of thoughts. There's a lot. So, okay. The Punka girl. What do you think's working for her?
So this is probably going to be a little bit of a hot take, but she's not actually that much different than a lot of other people on TikTok. I really don't think that she's like super awesome, amazing, can't believe it. No one else does stuff like her because
Right.
there's a lot of people,
Right.
but she has a extremely high editing quality.
Yeah.
Like her videos are just in general very, very good. And I think that the bar on YouTube is very different than the bar on TikTok because I mean you can see on TikTok her like she has 100,000 followers, but
Yeah.
that's not exactly a lot on TikTok.
No,
It's
no, no,
really
no.
not.
No, it's definitely not.
But on YouTube, where people aren't used to good quality shorts, just in general, they're used to TikTok ripoffs, which sometimes work,
Right.
but a lot of the time they're used to they're used to YouTube content. They're not used to the highly edited, just tiny shorts.
So what we can probably gather then is use the highly edited TikToks on YouTube would probably have more success for one, right?
Yeah, for sure. You should like if you're making one on one platform,
Yeah.
you should be cross posting. That's just not even a question.
Well, yeah, no, I'm a super strong belief that posts on things like Facebook, the like there's no reason not to. TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts.
One of the real big takeaways here, though, is you can see that her level of quality has been built up over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch some of her first shorts, like they're still pretty good. Like the humor is still there. They're just not nearly as polished. But you know, she's been doing this for a year and
Yeah.
a half now.
Right.
So
Yeah, no, you can definitely see a huge difference in her. Oh crap. I got the wrong screen up. There we go. Okay, let's do it now.
Yeah, I'm a pacifist. I'm about to pass a fist across your face.
Yeah,
Also-
it's way
Yeah.
different.
she's made friends with a lot of other big content creators who have mentioned that they've like, you know, helped talk to her about editing and stuff. Like she's just made good friends. She's taken the lessons that she's learned from those friends
Right.
and applied them herself.
Which is smart. So she actually listened to her friends, listened to her mentors, and did what the mentor said, right?
Yeah, because if you go back far enough on her Twitch streaming career,
Right.
she was actually about where we are, like you and I.
Right.
Like a year ago, she's about at that average. So she kind of realized that like doing the shorts and stuff was a gateway drug into a lot more views because it is.
Right.
She really focused on it.
I agree.
Also, Vesa, yes. Translation: do what I tell you, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Like, been preaching this for a year. Okay, so okay, you know better than any of us. Time. What time would you suggest posting shorts at?
That's going to be based basically off of everybody. Like everyone's channel is different. Like just for me,
Mm-hmm.
my audience is primarily in the Philippines these days. So early
Okay.
morning is kind of necessity for me. Whereas a lot of other people like posting towards, you know, just before prime time is
Right.
great for them. Thankfully, YouTube and TikTok actually have extremely good tools to show you exactly when the people who are watching your stuff are on. So you can just post during those times.
Exactly. Yeah. So in the analytics is what Realist is talking about, everybody. Which is good. Yeah. If you guys use your analytics, I think you guys could figure out the exact time zones. But like I know I've told chat a whole bunch of times to really focus on like posting in the morning to start with. And then figure it out as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I'm so okay. So her Sessio stuff doesn't really do too hot, but the more pervy stuff does on TikTok.
On TikTok.
So
YouTube tends to not like that as much.
okay. Normal high action stuff. YouTube. Okay. My
I will
analytics
say-
don't show me where viewers on. Doesn't say enough data. Yeah, well, it takes a little bit of time to get the data.
One thing that I have noticed, and this is actually true of her content as well, is that the things that work on TikTok versus the things that work on YouTube are almost antithesis of each other. Like if you look at the same videos she's posted on TikTok, that didn't do very well over there.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that exploded over here, and vice versa.
Yeah. No, that like I've seen that myself on my own TikTok versus YouTube. There's like some videos that will do absolutely good in my numbers on YouTube, but absolutely horrible on TikTok.
Yeah,
and vice
I see
versa.
that all the time.
And that's kind of why, you know, cross posting just absolutely everywhere just is the best thing to do. Because you just never know where your stuff is going to blow up, really.
And one thing I would just want to mention with that, just because it just recently happened to me,
Right.
is that like, so it took her a year and a half to get basically her big blow up moment. I've been posting on Instagram for almost 2 years now, and only this last month has I gotten any amount of traction, and it's the exact same stuff.
Really?
Like it takes time. Even if you have awesome content, which arguably she does, it took a year and a half for YouTube to figure that out.
Well, it took YouTube a year for them to even understand what our YouTube channels were about before
Yeah,
it
that's
really
true,
pushed
too.
the content out, right? So it would make sense because it took YouTube a year to figure you and I out. It would take roughly the same amount of time with the shorts and whatnot. You know what? I'm kind of curious now. Does YouTube have to relearn your content on shorts?
Oh,
Or-
they haven't merged the algorithms yet, as far as we know. There was a talk not too long ago about how the shorts and the long form content are explicitly split algorithms. They're different.
Right.
But they've also mentioned, I think as of last month, that they're taking efforts to recommend long form content of shorts that you have watched. And also this week, they recently released a game changer for that same thing, where you can clip from your long form content into a short, and the short links back to it.
Right. Yeah.
So there's a lot of steps going forward with that, where now it's better to have like that same unity of content, whereas before it honestly didn't really matter. And to some degrees, I still don't think it actually does matter that much.
Okay.
At least just from my own personal testings and stuff. I've, I don't want to talk about my own channel too much while I'm hanging out on yours.
No. You're totally fine. I'm having Thorn or one of my mods. If you guys can link Raylist so you guys can see this content, because it's amazing stuff. So
like, I've been even separating my own shorts content, because like I've done a ton of the lore stuff, and now I'm adding in like just straight up stream clips,
right.
highly edited stream clips, but just stream clips. And no one seems to care. Like they just like it and they move on. Like, and there's a lot of them. There's like 25 of those stream clips out there now. So there's a lot of them. And Yeah, I don't know. The shorts algorithm just seems to be like, if you have a good idea, that's all that really matters.
Right, right. So because the algorithm is separated for this time, YouTube has to relearn you basically. I'm not even relearn, but learn you again.
I agree. And like once it does figure you out, you know.
Right.
Because like when I first started doing the lore, I think is the best example of like that if you're doing short form content, you can't just give it 5, 10, or even 20 because you just won't get as many shots. Like as
Yeah.
long as you keep on improving with that, it took, a couple months before YouTube figured out that I primarily post shorts now, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey, here's a bunch of views.
So, okay. So it took YouTube a couple of months to figure out that you're posting shorts now. Here's views. What about TikTok? How long did it take for TikTok to pick up your content and send it off to everyone else?
TikTok was instant.
So
It was
TikTok
crazy.
was instant. Did you use
Yeah.
specific hashtags or anything like that?
No, I actually created the VTuber lore hashtag on TikTok. I own that.
Right.
That's mine. It wasn't like now there's other people who post on it as well. But when I first started, there was like maybe 5 videos under the tag.
Right.
And so I definitely I was posting on like the big VTuber tags for sure,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't say that I was like super optimizing it. I just kind of posted my idea and it took off, and it took off very quickly.
So this is kind of turning into an interview. I hope you don't mind.
That's fine.
So I remember when you and I were talking long ago, nobody was really doing this. So is it fair to say this is kind of like a niche that you started?
I think it's a niche that I borrowed from another niche
Okay.
and made it my own.
So you borrowed it from another niche, made it your own, related it to VTubers, and then sent it out?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. And like, if you don't mind me asking, what niche did you borrow it from?
So there's a bunch of I'm sure that everyone who even looks at YouTube for 10 seconds these days has seen all the story recapped or movie recap channels because there's like a bajillion of them now. But like there's also a ton of them that do like a lot of little shorts clips where instead of trying to recap the movie, they're like, hey, did you know that Darth Vader's lightsaber in this scene is from this book because of this reason? Like it's super specific.
Right.
And a ton of channels do that.
Right.
None of them did that specifically about VTuber lore. Like a lot of them do them about VTubers. I'm sure everyone here has seen something like some short clip about Iron Mouse or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm, to my knowledge, I am the only one who's focuses just on the lore, not like them as a streamer or anything else like that. Like that is my niche.
Right. Fan contact, the personal content is the original content, so it's hard to push original. It's kind of like art. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. Sorry, just reading chat at the same time.
I'm also reading your chat at the same time, so it's good.
Perfect. Then you know exactly what I'm reading, so you're not confused. Okay. So at the end of the day, our advice would be start making YouTube short content. Now, what about long form content? What do you think is probably superior or better for new VTubers out there? Long form or short form?
I think that everyone sucks when they first start.
Absolutely.
And it matters a lot less if you suck if you're making short form videos.
Right.
And like it's still editing skills. It still translates. But more importantly, I think the biggest benefit for people who are just starting out to try shorts is that you're done with the video faster.
Yeah.
So you can iterate on your ideas and see like what you enjoy doing, what you enjoy working towards or anything like that. Because like you're not dedicating I mean, I know when I first started making videos, making like my super stiff tutorial videos took forever just because I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah. Let's
But
not talk
like,
about those. Totally did not do that as well.
I mean that's like how everyone starts, and like
Yeah.
honestly, just the more you do something, the more comfortable you get. And shorts are, it's so much easier, I think, mentally for a lot of people to be like, I'm going to put out a 10-second funny clip today.
Right.
That's something that anyone can do in a very short amount of time.
Right.
But like saying, I'm going to sit down and edit a how to be a VTuber video that's going to be a half hour long. No, you can't just do that.
I
Shorts
agree.
are great when you just have an idea, because I think that's the key about shorts is you just try and express a single idea.
Yeah. Like you've been in my streams before. I always harp on evergreen content. Would you consider shorts to be evergreen content? Like for
That's a
example,
difficult question.
like for me, there's like some creators I always follow. I'll watch one or two of their shorts, and then I'm always recommended older shorts nowadays. And that's why I think, for example, the other VTuber we were looking at, why a lot of her older YouTube shorts actually got views is because, again, it was in the database for people to look at, but it was being promoted.
You definitely just kind of infect people's feeds.
Yeah.
And so your old stuff does get views regardless of how related it is to whatever you're doing now.
Mhm.
That's a thing that happens. But I I don't know, evergreen shorts are kind of weird because I feel like it really depends on the type,
Like it
because
would definitely depend on the niche. Like if it was something like news related, I can't see that working very well. But if it's something timeless, like for example, your content where you're doing lore, the lore is relevant today, tomorrow, last year, and the next few years from now, right?
yeah, so I will say that like if when Gura drops a new lore video, yeah, the shorts do get a bump.
Right,
So that I think there is evergreen forms of content. I just think it's a lot more fickle
right,
with you have to you really have to have something that no one is like, you have to have your own thing for it to be evergreen, because otherwise, you know, like like Punkalopi, for example, her content's great, but it's also not like the most unique thing ever.
no. Well,
It's it's super good, it's super highly edited, but that style is replicable.
yeah,
Like
I think she
if
kind of borrowed the niche thing, like borrowing it from other niches and just applying it into her specific niche of VTubing.
Yeah, which is great. That's like how you should do it.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Now that's a good question. Better to release shorts as you make them, or save up a few and release them at a specific interval.
Okay, the shorts algorithm giveth and the shorts algorithm taketh away
Mhm.
whenever it darn well wants.
Yeah.
I I've never hit quite Punkalopi numbers, but there was a 3-day period where I averaged 200,000 views a day, which was quintuple my previous monthly average.
Yeah.
And then 4 days later, it was down to 5,000.
Right.
And then a week later, it was down to 1,000. And then a week later, it was back up to 100,000. The shorts just kind of do whatever they want. Like, unless your short has something that is like time specific, you should post that one immediately. Otherwise, I am personally of the belief that like if it's a good short, just post it when it's done,
Right.
because it might not get views today. It might get views in a month. It might just like,
Mhm.
shorts still act in a lot of ways like regular videos too. Like my most viewed video on the channel, which is a short, didn't get its views for 5 months until after it was posted.
Right.
So
Yeah, no, I saw the same thing for even my shorts. Like there's some of my shorts and even TikToks that wouldn't even get views for the first, I don't know, day or two. And then 2, 3 days later, whoosh, they just blew up and we just got unlimited numbers at that point. It was just getting
Yeah.
recommended nonstop.
So I don't think there's any reason why you would ever want to wait unless you're waiting for like a timed thing.
Okay, so kind of like if you think your content's going to work good in, like, say, 8 a.m.
Well, or even if it's like let's use Genshin Impact as a good example.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're going to post a short about, the new character in Genshin Impact, you might want to post that like a day or two before instead of now, which is like 2 weeks before the
Right.
character comes out. Like that's something that you should wait on. Other than that, though, I don't think it really matters.
Okay. Just so you guys know, Rayless is like the shorts god, so he
I'm
definitely
just
knows
here.
what he's talking about.
So I do want to actually address something that someone said in chat.
Go for it.
Antonia, if one of my shorts doesn't do well, I delete and re-upload another day. It'll hit 1K. That you can do that. I guess if that works for you, that's fine. I know some people have done that. I actually know a certain 1 million subscriber YouTuber who has done that and just chopped off a second of the video a couple times until it took off.
Right.
But ultimately, I feel like that's just shooting your shot multiple times. I don't necessarily think like unless this video is just absolutely amazing in all ways, shapes, and form, just focus your time and efforts on making a new, better video.
Right. Well, like, I know for regular VTube content, or not VTube content, YouTube content, your first probably 24 hours is really like, if it's not focused like in, like, for example, education, your first views in that 24 hours really matters because that'll determine if it gets pushed out to other people or not. I was kind of thinking that too, if shorts was kind of like the same thing, but it's
I
not,
don't even
because
know if I don't even know if I believe that anymore.
yeah,
Because all of my videos that have tons of views were absolute garbage in the first 24 hours.
yeah.
It was like weeks or months later that they picked up.
Well, like, I know my tutorials, right? I got a couple that are over 100K right now of views, but it's 100K that was accumulated over a year or two,
Yeah.
right? It's just because it just shows up in the search algorithm when people are searching for that specific video or idea or whatever it is. So I don't know, because I also think there's like two different types of content: time sensitive content and just non-sensitive time sensitive content, right?
Right.
So
I think most people's content falls into that latter category.
yeah. Okay.
Like, yeah, maybe don't post it at 2 in the morning for you. Maybe post it, a little later that morning.
Yeah.
But like outside of that, I honestly don't feel like it matters that much as long as you just post it at a consistent time.
Okay.
You'll garner whatever audience is on at that time.
So post at a consistent time. Okay. So if you guys
Yep.
are going to post at a particular time. Okay. Now, YouTube has mentioned in the past replying to your comments, liking them, hearting them, regular VODs or video on demand. Typically, you want to do that. Helps with the algorithm, is what they say. Do you think that applies for YouTube Shorts as well? Replying to
No.
comments, stuff like that? No?
I actually don't think there's so much about YouTube Shorts that I think just doesn't do any like having a description. I genuinely don't think matters
Oh,
hardly at all.
okay. So description doesn't really matter at all. Okay.
So like, actually, if you want to pull up a good example, pull up Merriweather. So Merriweather does shorts. Just look at his short description. this is like how much effort I put into mine now,
Okay.
because I've seen too many people that have the most. So no, not Meriwether Media, but Meriwether. It'll have a doggo face.
This one?
There he is.
There
Yep.
it is. Okay. Damn, there's like no time delay. Okay.
That's why YouTube stream is awesome.
And this is why you should stream on YouTube.
So yeah, look at his
there's nothing.
descriptions.
There's nothing here.
There's literally nothing.
Come watch me, my link, and 3 hashtags. That's it.
Like, that's all of his shorts, and he's currently gaining like 1,000 to 2,000 subs a day from mostly shorts as well.
Okay, so this is an argument I've had with so many people.
I think long form definitely matters.
Oh no.
Short form, I think matters not at all.
Absolutely 100% agree with you. No. The one thing that I always argue with people is thumbnails. I've had so many people swear up and down that their YouTube shorts that get no views anyway must have thumbnails on them. And Meriwether doesn't have any thumbnails.
I thumbnail all of my lore videos.
Yeah.
For one very specific reason.
Okay.
It's like go to the description on any one of the lore videos, because it'll have the hashtags. The only place I've found, just like click on anyone, they should all have the same hashtags in the description. Oh, do they? Oh yeah, this. Man, look at how much effort I used to put into this. So if you use the hashtag VTuber lore,
yeah.
Actually, I guess put that in search bar. This is like the only place I've found where it actually shows shorts thumbnails. And I don't even know if it still shows it here.
Yeah. No, we see the short.
Oh no, these are all still long form. Oh, they changed the landing page again. Okay, well that doesn't help. Okay.
Oh,
now there's
no, that's a long video.
Okay, see, it doesn't show it anymore. So yeah, thumbnails don't matter.
Okay.
Because like the thing about shorts is you're like the way that 99% of people are going to come across your short is by scrolling down from shorts. That's how everybody's going to find you. The only way they find you otherwise is if they check their subscription feed.
Yeah, which I don't think a lot of people do. Like, I don't know if a lot of people are actually training themselves to use the subscription feed. Like, I can only speak for myself. I gotta watch that movie, All Quiet on the Western Front. That looks pretty cool. But like, I mostly stick to the homepage, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm the weirdo. I've changed my default page to the subscription feed.
Really? Okay.
So I go to the subscription feed first every time, and then if I want to, I go to the homepage. But
so,
I'm definitely in the minority there.
I wonder how many people actually make the shorts their homepage then too.
I would be surprised if hardly anyone did.
Right.
You know, the shorts viewing experience actually isn't bad on a PC anymore. It used to be way worse than it is now.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out, it was like hot garbage.
It's still like you want to use your phone.
Yeah.
Just kind of how it is.
Actually, I wonder, does Meriwether's...
Be prepared to see thighs if you click on any of his videos.
Yeah. No, I saw a quick thing there. Which, yeah, for example, his short right here. I'm not too sure if he even tried to put a thumbnail on that, but it's just...
No.
It's just a still, really.
YouTube picks a random still.
Now,
and
do you think any particular stills matter?
I think that only if it's like a really bad still. Like my personal favorite is my Shy Lily short. I put a gag in there about someone being depressed because she's supposed to save people from depression. Right. And the still that YouTube chose is the most depressing image it possibly could have picked. And I'm like, wow. It's like someone crying in a corner and it's about a VTuber. I'm Okay, that one instance might have hurt the click-through rate a very tiny bit.
Okay.
But again, the total views on the video is like it's in the 99 point something percentile of shorts. So like the 10 views I lost from someone clicking on it because it had a bad image ultimately don't matter.
Okay. Only a matter of
Oh.
time until they allow thumbnails on shorts. Well, they do allow thumbnails on shorts though.
You can put thumbnails on shorts, they just don't matter.
Yeah, they don't do anything. Like the most people that I don't know, like I don't know what like your analytics show, but like how many people on desktop actually view shorts versus mobile? Do you have that data?
I'm a very heavily biased channel towards mobile now, but
Okay.
just to put things in context, about 75% of my total overall views come from shorts.
Oh wow.
And I'm just looking at the device analytics real quick. So 75% comes from shorts. 85% of my viewers are on mobile.
85% of your viewers are on mobile. Wow.
If we count tablets, which are just bigger phones, it goes up to 90%.
Okay, so so 90% of people are on mobile. So at the end of the day, really, thumbnails really don't matter because mobile will never show the thumbnails.
Not if you're using the shorts feed, which again is how most people browse shorts.
Yeah. Like I know like the nights I couldn't sleep for the past week, I've been on the shorts feed just swiping. Like
Yeah,
I really don't go anywhere else.
That's how people view it.
I agree. Okay. 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 Try thumbnails on shorts, they just don't show up. Yeah. I think YouTube does that on purpose. I think there's method to their madness on that one.
They only show up in very specific places.
Yeah.
And they aren't like you have to be looking for something so specific for the thumbnail on a short to show up. I've tested this with Thorn, and apparently one of the go-to places doesn't even show it anymore. So,
which was the hashtag in the
which
search?
was the hashtag.
Well, like it really just shows you how much it matters at that point, which means it doesn't. Like if it really mattered, I think YouTube would have been on that, fixing it almost immediately.
Oh, for sure.
Which saves a lot of people time, especially if you guys are cross-platforming on these different social media websites. You won't have to worry about making a thumbnail just for one website.
Well, to me, I kind of view it like, so I don't know if you've ever heard this quote by YouTube, but 80% of the views on the platform come through recommended. And I think the shorts algorithm is just that, but removing thumbnails from the equation.
Yeah. Yeah,
like it's not giving you the choice to pick on a video, it's just showing you one. And you don't care because, oh no, you swiped up and it's gone.
Exactly.
Thorn knows exactly which screen cap it is.
Yeah. The only downside I can see to YouTube Shorts is the short after the one that you just watched isn't from the exact same content creator. It's somebody completely different.
It can be. It can be.
Like for me, it takes maybe 5 to 10 swipes, maybe more, maybe a little bit less, to find that content creator short again. But it's not one after another, after another, after another, after another, unless you go to their YouTube homepage.
Yeah.
Like I know,
I've occasionally got like 2 back to back, but never more than that.
Yeah. Like I know on TikTok, if I go to somebody's TikTok homepage, that's all I see is their stuff. But
100%.
Yeah. Since they're trying to compete with TikTok, they're probably targeting new YouTube users from TikTok who never had to make thumbnails. Yeah, I would imagine TikTok or YouTube's trying to pull creators from TikTok in general, especially with their new shorts revenue thing they're trying to do.
Well, you heard that TikTok actually just introduced the exact same thing, right?
Oh,
I don't know
did
if you heard
they?
about that or not.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
it was last week. They're like, hey, you know that thing that YouTube's doing? What if we did that?
Well, they kind of have to, because if they don't,
Yeah,
they're pretty
I mean,
much
if they didn't, then they were going to be in serious trouble.
yeah. Considering TikTok creators only make revenue from mostly what, sponsorships and posting their exact same content on maybe YouTube.
They sure don't make it from the creator fund.
No, definitely not.
I can tell you with a certainty that what over 10 million views does, and it's not over $100.
Yeah. Doesn't TikTok take like 80% of the cut?
TikTok gives you an amount based off of how many views your content got,
And
which
their cut's not very much.
it's tiny.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're like at the top of the top of the top, and even then, like, yeah.
I think one thing I want to convey to chat, treat shorts as advertising for your main content. So if you guys are streamers, or yeah, if you guys are streamers, basically, make like, especially if you guys are making gaming content or like special niche content, just treat shorts and TikToks as free advertising for you guys. That just gets pushed out, and not really like a huge place to make revenue from.
Yeah,
Until they fix it.
that I definitely agree with. I think that shorts, you should not be looking at shorts as a way to get rich.
Yeah.
You should see shorts as a way to get as many eyeballs onto yourself as you possibly can.
Yeah, because like Merriweather's probably not making a whole bunch of money off the shorts that she's been making. Or sorry, he.
But he gets them to show up to his streams.
Yeah, exactly. And he's mostly a Twitch streamer by the looks of it.
Yep. He
Which,
does stream on YouTube more though now.
oh, does he?
I've been bugging him to stream more on YouTube.
Okay, that's good. Because that's where it's really at. Yeah, so there are 184K followers on Twitch. Now, what's their viewership better on, Twitch or YouTube?
So
Do you know by any chance?
I do know, but it's also, I know that you know with how YouTube streaming works is there are types of streams that obviously do better than others. And he's been only doing special streams on YouTube. So I know that his streams on YouTube have been very, very good, but they're all event streams. So like they get higher viewership than his casual everyday streams most of the time.
Right.
But if he ever starts doing those casual everyday streams over on YouTube, they will probably be less.
Well, I think the event streams would be probably more beneficial on YouTube.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because like the residual views from it, like especially if it gets promoted to the algorithm and to YouTube home, people like to binge that kind of stuff on YouTube, where that content would absolutely just die on Twitch.
For sure.
Sorry, I'm using short clips, funny moments as my advertising for my long form VODs. Yeah, that's a good place to start, really. Again, everything that I'm listing here, chat, is for you guys just to get used to making content. You don't have to be like Rayless and I and spend so many years making long form content and learning how to edit and so on and so forth. Like, just get yourself gradually into the rhythm of making content. Do hashtags matter a lot on TikTok?
I don't think so anymore. I think they used to, in the same way that I don't think there's ever been a full announcement about it, but I've definitely had things pop off where I've forgotten to tag things. And So TikTok has got to know what that video is without me ever saying it.
Right. Now, could that be
So
because TikTok kind of already knows where your content's going to be sent out to?
it very well could.
Because, like,
So
I
I
would
think,
imagine hashtags would help somebody that's brand new on TikTok versus somebody that's
yeah,
been around for, I don't know, 6 months to a year.
I think hashtags just matter in as much as you don't miss hashtag things.
Yeah.
I think that's where the primary, because they definitely matter more than they do on YouTube.
Yeah. 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 Oh, for sure.
But as long as you're not mislabeling your content, then it matters as much as you want to put time into it.
Yeah.
I've seen videos pop off that have like 50 hashtags, which like the absolute maximum, and then others that are like hashtag for you page, which is the equivalent of the TikTok homepage.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha. I would typically agree with you, but the problem is when you guys are brand new creators, give yourself, and this is my personal opinion, but give yourself as much opportunity to have your stuff seen, right? Yeah, sure, keywords might not be super important, but if they have the ability to get you an extra 5 to 1,000 viewers, like how hard is it to really type up a hashtag? 12 seconds, the most of brain power and typing speed. So, especially in the beginning, guys, when you're like a lot smaller, I'd
yeah,
say just give yourself every advantage that you can. There's no reason not to.
that's
And
the real thing. Is there's no reason not to.
yeah,
Just don't spend like 2 hours researching the best optimum tags because it probably doesn't matter that much.
yeah, yeah,
But definitely put tag. So that's at least that's where I sit.
yeah, that makes total sense. You know, like for me, like I'd probably say my advice is go to somebody that's like your competitor. See what tags they're using, copy pasta those tags, toss them into your video, and away you go.
Oh yeah, best thing ever to do. Saves you so much time.
Yeah, like because if it's working for them and other people, there's no reason why they wouldn't work for you, unless your stuff is just absolutely boring. Then no matter what tags or whatever you say in the audio, it'll never work because your stuff just sucks. Which will be the case when you guys first start out making your shorts and your long form content. Sorry to say, but a lot of you guys' stuff will suck until you know what your audience actually wants. And for the most part, a lot of you guys, that's going to be trial and error. Some people, I think some people will take off right from the get go, but not everybody. I don't know. I probably want to say 1% of people actually like blow up just from their first video. At least that's
Yeah,
what I think.
that's a pretty fair assessment.
Yeah, because we only see the people that are successful. We don't see the people that fail.
Yeah, and even with the people who are successful, I can't tell you the number of people that I've talked to that are like already trying to like become the next Punkalopi.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, she's been working at this for a lot longer than people notice.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually another creator who really talked heavily about this recently. Doug did a big old video about content creation, which ironically still applies to this conversation quite a bit, where it's anyone you see who's successful, make sure you go back in time to see what they've been doing to get to this point. Because I guarantee you, even the people that just show up out of nowhere, they've absolutely been busting their butt for at least a couple of years
Well,
to have any chance.
it's funny you say that because somebody was mentioning. I'm scrolling up right now. Oh crap! I can't go back that far. But in the beginning of the stream, somebody was mentioning a VTuber. They're like, oh, they just started 2 weeks ago, and now they have 20K subs. And when we did the analytics look up on Twitch, they've actually been streaming for 2 years. They just started 2 weeks ago as a VTuber, but they've been with partner. They've been getting a few hundred viewers consistently for years. Now I got to look at my history.
It was the vampire VTuber. I was there at the beginning. I don't remember the name though.
Yeah, I wasn't. Wait. Thank you.
Hiromi,
Thank you. Thank you. Pull that up real quick.
MVP to Starlight right there.
Yeah. Starlight's so quick on that stuff. Just ready to go. But yeah, Chromie's been around for a very long time. This is not even the right Chromie. How many Chromies is there?
There's a lot.
It's not even showing all of them. Nah, you know what? Forget it.
New VTuber niche. Collect debuts on your channel.
You know what? Like, I don't think that would be a bad idea. Like, imagine somebody breaking down debuts.
That would actually, I'll admit, I would at least check out the channel out of sheer curiosity.
I would too. Like, especially if they break down, like, they start off obviously with Hololive, Niji-san, GV Shoujo, blah, 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 blah. But do a breakdown of all their debuts, see what worked in the debut, see what didn't, like, for example, internet connection for a particular one. And
What do we got to do her dirty like that?
Because it's funny like that. And honestly, like, just see what if there's a common theme. Because I'm pretty sure there's a common theme in a lot of the debuts, but a lot of us, because we don't analyze debuts, we just see that, oh, they did it, it was cute, but nobody really, I don't know, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do a proper breakdown of debuts. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge out there, people. Giving you literally a free idea. Yeah, I still can't find this VTuber. I'm searching on Twitch. There must have been an wasn't it two eyes?
2 eyes. Yeah.
No, only the one eye still shows up.
I forget that I can search things because I'm not the one streaming. It's great.
Yeah, I would take full advantage of that. And now I'm searching Google. I'm getting Hello Kitty fandom. Oh my god! All I want
Excuse me
is Twitch, Chromie. I'm not giving the right. Okay, you know what? Forget it. I'm not even gonna look anymore. I've seen a lot of people reacting to VTuber vids and songs. I see a lot of people reacting to VTuber vids and songs as well. But debuts, I don't know. I think debuts would be an interesting thing for people to break down.
I think there's a difference between reacting to something and breaking it down. And everyone on Earth can react to something, but like an actual breakdown of like what things you think they did well and worked, and more importantly, why.
Well, when
That's
I say
the interesting piece.
When I say reacting, I'm talking about like Asmongold reacting, like pausing the video every 5 seconds and breaking it down. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Okay, yeah, well, Asmongold is definitely unique in that respect.
Yeah. There's like the react content that I see a lot of, especially on YouTube and Twitch, mostly in the just chatting section, is people eating popcorn or their pizza while watching the video and not really saying anything at all. They're not even really like showing facial expressions. So, and now I just got a suggestion on Twitch for a Goblin VTuber.
Oh, Honey Goblin?
Yeah.
I love Honey Goblin. She's great.
Interesting. I gotta watch that later. This is all your guys' fault, by the way.
If it introduced you to Honey Goblin, I'm okay with this.
Well, it's funny because Gotcha's like pronoun goblin, and then like goblin just gets suggested to me. It's like, oh, okay. I'm not liking how that happened. Looks like Twitch is just watching what's happening in my YouTube chat. So thanks for that, Twitch. No, definitely not Noctilin. Definitely not a. Oh, because the. Okay, yeah, probably because of Punkalopi. She tags herself as a goblin. Seriously, does she really?
I probably am. I'm not surprised by that. Not at all.
That would make sense. Wait, is she? No, she's not even a goblin, is she?
She's just built different.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Punkalopi. Yeah, I'm looking for like goblin hashtags or anything like that, but I don't see anything. Now, do you think? Because I've been asked this question before, and I really don't have an answer. I don't think it is a thing. Accents. Do you think certain accents help YouTube Shorts or TikToks more than others? I would say yes to maybe some Twitch streamers, but I think it mostly matters on the content that they make.
Maybe okay. This is a little side tangent, but I think that if the reason why you watch someone is because of their accent, it's because you actually like their voice, and the accent is very much a secondary characteristic.
Okay.
So I personally don't think that the way you speak is mostly just because I've seen too many creators that you know I can barely understand, but I still love their videos.
Yep. Yep.
And I would appreciate if I could understand them better, but the Scottish dialect is not necessarily one that I'm ready to learn.
Well, there's a guy from Japan that literally just makes like anime figures. Doesn't even say anything, and I'll watch that for days. So
I think the quality of your voice is more important than any individual accent. And when I
yeah,
say quality, I don't necessarily mean like you have to have like a super, someone just mentioned in the chat low and mature, or for a guy like a super deep, husky warm voice. I think that it's more just based off of, can does your vocal content not make people ears bleed through pops and cracks?
yeah,
So
yeah. I think mic settings will probably be the factor if you do well or not, and that's one thing. Like, especially from people, and I'm sorry to say, guys, from my community, some of them that link me their shorts say, "Hey, Senpai, what do you think?" It's just the audio is just horrible. I'd rather hear that TikTok voice robot than some people's microphones, truthfully.
dude, don't underestimate the TikTok voice robot.
Oh yeah, no,
That
it's
thing is OP.
that thing. Like, if it was a real person, is owed a lot of money with the amount of views and whatnot people use it and gets like it's absolutely nutty. But like, also, you guys can consider, like, if you don't have microphones and computers and you have to do everything through your cell phone, or even if you just hate your own voice, use the TikTok robot. Might as well.
There are tons of videos out there that just use text to speech. And like
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the Reddit whatever bot videos, not those. But like
The Ask
actu-
Reddits.
well, I mean, there's a guy who released a program so that anyone can literally automate those videos. So that's why there's so many of them.
Yeah.
But no, there's tons of videos where it's just like people just using the text to speech voice. And like they're doing whatever the video was doing, they're just not talking in it.
I don't know. I kind of want to experiment with that. Just for giggles. See what happens. Just make, like, instead of me just saying something, just use the text to speech female voice.
I just borrow my sister's whenever I want to throw people off.
Oh, there
I'll have her record stuff.
we go.
Just throw it in at random intervals. I need to do that again. It's been a while.
Yeah, I gotta keep them on guard.
Exactly.
Stream elements alert with have TTS with many different AI voices. Yeah, there's clownfish. Yeah, clownfish as well, which they have a massive area that you could just type in text and it'll just play it all, like paragraphs if you really wanted to.
I want to see a TikTok series of someone reading off the Declaration of Independence in different TTS voices now.
That would be actually interesting to watch. Just
have it change every sentence or so.
Yeah. New voice every second sentence or third sentence.
Ellipsis collab win. I've already done that, Andrea.
Just means you got to do it again. YouTube decided not to notify me today. Well, we were talking about something completely different. And then Rayless and I just kind of went on this tangent.
I'm the master of avoiding whatever the stream topic is supposed to be about.
I don't even remember what the stream topic was. Wait, what was the stream topic? Oh yeah, what do you consider making it? Rayless, what do you consider making it?
Hardcore's correct.
No, I'm kidding. We don't have to talk about that.
I think it's a great topic. I think just making it is really more about what every individual person wants making it to be.
Yeah.
Because like for me, I've been very upfront about it since day one, is I want to make enough money off of YouTube that I can do YouTube full time. To me, whenever that happens, that is making it. Whether that's, if I can make it at 70,000 subscribers, that's great. If it takes me up to 2 million, then that's how long it takes,
Yeah, that's only what, 2 million a year or two away for you now. So
I wish.
Yeah, like for me making it, I'm not gonna lie, it was 10,000 subs. I was like, yeah, as soon as I hit this number, I'm good. I'm happy. Pressure's off. That was just my goal from last year. That's all I wanted.
That's the great thing, is like that goal is really just personal to you. It's just more about being upfront with yourself about what you actually want. Because I think the worst thing you can do is tell yourself you have a specific goal, but it's not your actual goal.
Yeah.
Because then you're just lying to yourself.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, one thing I've noticed is a lot of people, they try to allow outside influence to determine if they made it or not. A lot of people are like, oh, I haven't truly made it because I'm not a multimillionaire, or I don't have my own yacht or something like that. They always try to compare themselves to other people that quote unquote made it, like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. I think it's whatever goals you set for yourself. And if you are willing to put in the time and the effort to get there.
I think it's full of those type of people, or the exact opposite, where they tell themselves, I'm doing this for fun, but if it takes off, I'll do it full time.
Oh,
You're not.
Yes.
You're not doing it in case it takes off. You want it to take off.
Yeah.
Just act like it. Trust me. People notice and they actually don't care.
Yeah.
What your ambitions are.
I had so many people, especially last year, that said, oh, my streaming for me is 100% fun, but if I make money, hey, I don't mind doing this for a full-time job. And it's like, yeah, okay. Sure. If you're making money, it's not really a hobby now, isn't it? My goal for make 100 by next February? I think you could do it, Meg. Like, I know my goal is going to change. Now I'm going to bump it to like 100K in the next 2 years, which is definitely doable. But like goal-wise for me, I know that I got to crack down and explore different content. I gotta change
after
myself.
Everything we've seen this year, I don't think there's any bars on what is or isn't possible anymore.
Yeah, I
We've
think
seen a Niji Sanji VTuber get 1 million subs in 7 days,
yeah,
and we've seen an indie get 100 in 5 days.
yeah,
So at this point, anything's possible.
yeah. Yeah, no, as long as your content connects with the right people and the right people share it as well, it's endless. Really, like you could blow up literally overnight. But I'm still going to be very suspicious, and I'm going to say they probably put a few years of some sort of effort to get to that stage. They might have taken off as a VTuber, and only been streaming with that particular account for a week, but I don't know. I think they probably, one way or another, tried it on a different account for years prior.
Oh, for sure.
Or they've been either helping somebody else, or they have knowledge in the industry, or something like that. Something like that. Thanks to those 5 days. Yeah, exactly. Just it's crazy how YouTube just grabbed it and just sent it out to literally everybody. Like I was getting random shorts of that particular VTuber. I never seen them in my life until well, literally that day. Then you guys bring it up in chat. It's like, interesting. We're not in chat in Discord.
I'm an avid purveyor of shorts, so I found her when she was around 8,000
Oh, okay.
subs, and then I got spam messaged by everybody.
How long ago was she 8,000 subs?
Just what, 6 days? Last week?
Was it last week, really? I got
Yeah,
I'm pulling up her
she's gained
social
like
links.
20,000 subs a day
Yeah,
since
I saw
every day for like a week.
14K, 21, 28, 30, 24, 19.
Yeah,
So,
okay. It was Saturday morning when I saw her, because that usually when I'm scrolling through stuff, it's either early morning or late night.
mhm.
So I must have seen her about her in the morning.
I wish they would give us more than 2 weeks. I would like to see a yeah. So she went from 50, 60 subs, some months less, some a little bit more. And then in March is when she started to get 230, 300 a month, 170, 200 in June, 140 in July, 330 in August, 680 in September. So it hasn't calculated for October yet because we're not done October yet. That's a lot. Yeah, she went up quite a bit. 6K to Jesus. What does Social Blade predict? See, I don't know. Like Social Blade's projections are just I don't think they're the most accurate to ever really look at.
Oh no, they're terrible.
Because yeah, they say that she's going to be in 2 months 153K.
Isn't she 153 right now?
Yes. So they predict her in 2 months to have an extra 3K. So I don't know about that. I think she'll probably hit 200K next week. Probably.
It all depends on
if YouTube
how long the shorts loves her.
Yeah, if the shorts keep throwing her content out there, and if she can still make the same quality of shorts, I think she could probably hit 1 million in a year, it all depending on YouTube Shorts algorithm. I'm curious if she's going to double down though and focus on shorts and maybe cut back on streams a little bit.
I mean, she only does 1 stream a week, so
Does she?
I think she's only done 2 YouTube streams since she kind of came back.
Yeah, I see the 2.
Maybe
I don't know if she unlists and has like a private.
No, her Good Morning Gamers stream was the first YouTube one.
Okay.
I found out about her like right after this stream ended,
Oh, okay,
which
okay.
is back when she had like 2,000 or about 8,000 subs.
Jesus.
She had 1,200 viewers at her stream 2 days ago.
Now, I wonder how she feels mentally about that. Like, because she was on Twitch prior to this, right?
Yeah.
What was her Twitch? Oh no, she hasn't streamed in so long. We don't have those analytics anymore. But I wonder what her viewership was going from that viewership. I would imagine probably 20 to maybe maximum 100 to what she is now, 12K. Like, I wonder how that weighs on her mentally, if it does at all.
Probably a lot.
What do you consider better, quality or quantity or quality for shorts? Like amount 1 each day or 2 to 4 each day?
100% quality. Not
Quality?
even a question. Yeah, 100% quality. It's not even a question.
Okay.
Like the difference between one good short and 100 bad is like the one will outperform all of them.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it works. Like even on my I have a second TikTok channel where just for fun I didn't quite try to replicate her style, but I tried to make it as high energy as hers.
Right.
Did really well, but like it's super high quality, and it's like that one is compared like equal to the rest of all of that mine on that account combined, and then quintupled.
Oh, wow.
Like my average on that account is 1,200. This one really nicely edited one is 90,000.
Right.
It's literally 50 times more valuable. And
Okay.
if you aggregate it over time too, because I hear the quantity a lot
Mm-hmm.
is if you think about it in terms of like this, especially when you recognize actually just pull up your own channel real quick and sort by views. Because I think that this can really just using your channel prove the point here. Is
Okay.
one video that does well, like your top 10 videos are probably equal to the rest of your channel combined.
Oh, for sure.
And like that's what quality can do to a video.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask what editor? I don't use an editor. Like as in program?
Yeah.
I edit my own stuff. I use Premiere Pro.
Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just what I learned on.
Yeah, but whatever you learn on, I think is probably the. I'd probably suggest for you guys start as free as possible, learn on that, and then as you guys get a budget or a job, then and you have extra money that you won't miss in the beginning, then spend it on like software.
Yeah.
Just don't buy like a $5,000 piece of software when you need to pay for groceries and rent.
Right. But yeah, it just to tie it back into the quality thing. Like this is why quality is so important. And if you need like a good YouTuber example, Michael Reeves is the embodiment of
yes.
quality versus quantity.
Yeah.
He posts like once every 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And all of his videos are amazing, and YouTube pushes them out to literally everybody that exists. I feel like.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
like Mark Rober, again, same type of deal. He posts one video a month.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like Michael Reeves for sure. His like what 6 months ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, like so long, really? The robot surgery was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Man, time has just been flying. But still, like, if you guys spend the time now, like I know, like Harris Heller, he says like quantity, just make. I know Sam says the complete opposite. He says what you and I say, quality.
Well, I think when you're starting off, quantity is the better choice because you
How much
we
though? Like, because
we
when people say quantity, like for example, long form videos, people think a video every day,
oh god no.
right?
Like if you can hold yourself to one VOD a week or
Yeah,
like 3 shorts a week,
yeah,
that is a good enough quantity that you will learn things.
yes.
Once you've learned a lot of things, then you don't get as much value by doing the same type of video every week because
Hmm.
you've learned a lot.
Yeah, and definitely depends on the niche as well, right? There's some
Yeah.
niches that would thrive once a week. There's other niches that would thrive once every 6 months. Like I'll show chat an example. There is a Apex Legends streamer, or not streamer, content creator I watch. He's also a streamer. Let me pull up his latest video that I watched just today at work because I had nothing else better to do, and hopefully
While you're
nobody from my
doing
work is
that,
watching this.
Zelius, how did you post 12 shorts a day? I don't actually understand how you did that and put any sort of quality into those. Just from like a time perspective. That's actually insane to me.
So like this is the example that I can show you guys that he's posted literally every day for god years. He started off with Overwatch, I believe. Oh, Destiny, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, right? He posts every day. His content makes sense because he plays Apex every day on stream. He grabs his best moment from that stream and just makes it into a proper full VOD. So he's reusing his content, right? He's not sitting down in front of his computer doing custom content for that particular day on YouTube, reusing the old stuff. And he's grown quite significantly in the past year, where somebody like Michael Reeves that has to sit down, plan out a video, buy a robot, modify it so it can pee beer, like that takes a lot of time and engineering. And there was that one guy that did that squirrel thing. Was that Mark Rober?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Mark Rober.
That took him what, like 6 months or a year or something like that?
It was a long time.
Yeah, a very long time. So certain content it would make sense for, other content it won't. And the best way for you guys to find out, look at your competition. And I'm
True.
not saying people that are like roughly your size, I'm talking like the big people, millions of subscribers. And see what they're doing and do it better if you can. What does Zealous say?
Converting,
Scheduling. Didn't really
scheduling, and
help.
converted most clips from short. So okay, here's the thing, right? I'm pretty sure that anyone who streams ever, as long as you talked at some point during your stream, you could make a clip from that.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a good clip.
Mm-hmm.
And like the best clips are those that always have a point. They are short, sweet, simple. They get their point across. They're done. But like I also don't think we don't live in an era anymore where you can just do minimal editing anymore. I just don't think that that's gonna work for most people
Yeah.
because there's so many sites and everything like that can I can't say the name, but I know a guy who runs a clip channel who automatically, like programmatically, scours Twitch for VTuber clips and posts them on the channel.
Oh my god.
And like it's algorithmically like doing zoom ins and things based off of audio cues and things like that. And he's posting the absolute maximum amount that YouTube will let you.
Holy
And like
crap.
some of the clips are actually accidentally great,
Right.
but it still goes to show that he has like 4,000 clips up right now. He is the prime example of quality over quantity.
Mm-hmm.
And you compare that to just like someone who really cares about the clips that they post up, they outshine him in every metric.
Yeah.
Like I the only reason why you should be using quantity over quality is for your own personal learning.
Yeah.
If you are actually trying to grow an audience, quality has to be your focus. Oh, did I say quality over quantity, Murdoch? I meant quantity over quality. His channel is quantity over quality. Yes. But
Good catch,
you
Murdoch. I
should,
didn't even notice that.
yeah, you should only focus on quantity if learning is your goal.
Yeah.
If your goal is to grow an audience and actually get the views and get, people to watch your content because it's good, you need to make it good.
Mm-hmm. I think for the most people, they're gonna have to do that learning phase, especially if they haven't done any kind of editing before.
Yeah.
Because like you were mentioning in the beginning of our talk, or correct me if I'm wrong, but like you need to spend the time learning the craft, so it's better just to pump out as many as you can. That's why you should do YouTube Shorts over long form content, because you learn that a lot faster, right?
Yeah. Shorts are great for testing an idea.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
Yeah. I think that's what they're best at.
Yeah, like there's a lot of like there's not a lot, but there's a couple of people I've consulted in the past where they've had absolutely banger, hilarious clips that I know would do good. They're just afraid to use them. Quantity is worthwhile if you're starting from no content, though. What do you think about that?
How if you're starting from nothing, you don't know what quality is. I'm sorry. If you're posting your first YouTube video, you don't know what quality is.
Okay.
Unless you've been like studying editing and like basically doing all the stuff to be a YouTuber without actually having posted for the first time, then yeah, you could go for high quality. Like if you were already a filmmaker,
Mm-hmm.
but if
Yeah.
you're like starting off with content and you've only dabbled in the past, you don't know what quality is. I don't even still know what quality is. I have things pop off that I think are garbage, and I have things that I put my heart and soul into, and they absolutely blow up in my face.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's annoying. Like the one video on my YouTube channel, I put like almost no effort into it, 0 brain cells, and it did better than a lot of my other videos at the time. It just was fantastic. So, and like I know I'm for sure learning about quality and quantity and so on and so forth myself. Like my quality is going to be always changing. I think quality always has to progress with you as well. If your quality doesn't improve over time, you got a problem.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to look at your editing style a year from now and see a massive change. If you see no change is the same, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Jackie, the person I was referring to is somebody that's like a Twitch partner. Their main thing is a streamer. They don't make content on YouTube. So they're just very unsure. Like they know how to entertain people, they know how to be funny, they know how to get the lulls and people laughing in chat. They just don't know how to do the YouTube side of things. Or they don't think on the YouTube side of things. They only think about the Twitch side of things. It's me trying to convert them and move to the Twitch side.
yeah, because I will say that this, this might be too far off tangent. Just
Go
let
for
me
it.
know. But the skills, there's a very big cognizant like disconnect, I think, between people who are the main reasons why these discussions even pop up in the first place. Because if you're talking to just a YouTuber, they kind of get it.
Yeah.
But we're not talking to YouTubers. We're talking to streamers who think that they can just be streamers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I feel like that's where a lot of this disconnect is coming from, like with the discussion about like shorts and VODs and all that jazz, is that you have different skill sets as a streamer than you do as a video creator. I'd even separate the three out to be very different skill sets. Like,
Yeah.
streaming skills are very different than shorts editing skills. Is
Yeah.
very different than VOD editing skills. My VOD editing skills kind of suck, but I've found good success with shorts because they match my style so much better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly think I'm the greatest streamer. My numbers would tend to show that. But I also don't think of myself as a streamer. I very much think of myself as a YouTuber who streams, and that kind of that different viewpoint changes a lot of about how like I personally view everything we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not here to make my stream the best thing ever. I'm here to make my channel the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Which means I'm going to do the other forms of content.
Mm-hmm.
And those, like, using my skills to learn those new forms is kind of what a different, I feel like that's where a lot of this disconnect is coming from, is you don't want to try these other things because they do work.
Yeah.
But they're not the thing you want to be doing. And I totally get that. That being said, go do it because it works.
Well, and it factually works. We see it in the numbers, right? We see
Yeah.
giant streamers flat out tell people all the time, if you want to grow on this platform, well, Twitch, they're usually referring to, you got to make content somewhere else. And like you said, there is a massive disconnect because there is a lot of people that are streamers that go to YouTube. The only thing they post is VODs. And honestly, I'm okay with people posting VODs just to get into the swing of getting used to uploading content, doing some light editing. But at the end of the day, you have to make your content genuine, unique, and watchable.
Oh, okay. This actually, I need to link you a video after this that you should watch. But
Yeah.
So I mentioned Doug earlier in the
Yeah, yeah.
stream because he brings up something that is completely unfair about content creation. It's 100% true.
Okay.
I have 40,000 YouTube subscribers.
Yes.
I can do things that someone with 200 can't.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. I know where you're going with this.
I can post clips. I can post way less effort clips of myself.
Yeah.
Because I already have an audience.
Yeah.
The way I got that audience was by posting the lore shorts that take about 10 to 20 times as long as those stream clips. It is a completely unfair thing, and I can see that's the other part of this equation, is like you see the things that are good enough for people who already have audiences, because once you have an audience, it's a lot easier to keep them entertained.
Yes.
The hard part is getting it.
Yeah.
And that's why we're stressing like to try these new things, like especially for me, the quality stuff, is because no one gave a crap about who I was, like about my personality of my stream, until I had done the way overly edited stuff to get that audience.
Yeah. No,
and so
exact same thing for me, and kind of ties into the people that, especially streamers that want to do the Verity stuff. Like that only works for other streamers is because they spent that huge amount of time establishing an audience, and that's why small streamers can't succeed in it ever, because they don't have that audience. They didn't spend that time building it up.
Yeah.
Like Harris Heller, for example, could do a low effort video and still get 100K because he already has the established audience. Asmongold can take a break for literally 6 months of the year and come back and still have the exact same viewership than he when he left, because he spent all those years establishing and building the audience. And you're absolutely right with your content, right?
Yeah. That's the other aspect of all this, which I think helps put this list of these list of ideas into perspective, especially like the make it your own. Is like, yeah, once you have an audience, you do have the ability to try lesser things that just don't take as much time because you have your audience. You don't get to do those things if you want to grow one.
Yeah. Absolutely. I really gotta watch that video. Please link it to me after.
It's
really
a long
need to
one.
see
It's
that.
it's 2 hours.
Totally okay. I
Yeah.
do not mind. I got all the time in the world to watch that now.
And I think even the way I started and the way you started, we started through tutorials. Like that's how, not where our original content started. Because I know I was doing stuff for. So I've mentioned this to like my own audience, but I think it's important to provide context here. My first stream as a VTuber was my 300th stream.
Yeah. Sounds about right for me too.
The first time I broke 5 viewers was on my 400th. Like 405th, I think. Like that sheer backlog. And you want to know why I finally broke a thing is because I tried doing something different. I posted a tutorial. I know that's how you got your start as well. It's like tutorials were something that you had to come to us to get.
Yeah.
They were way more effort than just going live. So much more effort. But that additional effort yielded results.
Yeah.
And now we can afford to do streams that, you know, definitely probably didn't take as much time to plan as like a full on, 10-minute video. But we still do those. Because,
yeah, I see my streams as maybe supplementing like the YouTube channel, maybe answering like people's questions, stuff like that they normally can't ask in a video comment section.
That's how I treat mine. Is streams are entirely for my audience. They're actually terrible for for quote unquote growth.
Oh no, like these live streams are not doing me any favors for growth on my YouTube channel.
I don't think I've ever had a stream in like the last 6 months that hasn't lost me subscribers.
Actually, you know what? I want to look that up. Because
like it's always net zero or like -1 or 2.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Same here. Like there was like that 1 month that I lost maybe 2 or 3 a day each time I went live. And mostly what I've noticed is people that come for the tutorials, that's the kind of content they expect to see, is more tutorials. Not like me going live, going on a 2-hour tangent on why you need to make content on YouTube versus like streaming on Twitch. And I absolutely stand by what I've stated so many times. Streaming and content creation are 2 completely different things. Streaming is kind of like lower effort, going live. I'm not going to say it's no effort, but you're going live and you're just playing your video game for the most part. Like 90% of Twitch is literally just playing their video games. Where content creation actually requires you to sit down in front of your computer, record something, edit, and then post it onto YouTube or a different platform like TikTok or whatever.
Yeah, I also think that streams can be content, like very much so.
Yeah.
But the problem is that most people you don't treat them like that, and that's why they don't grow with them. Because I think like you can have absolutely, like even Ludwig with his streams, like he had a lot of his growth through sheer videos. The things I'm thinking about are like the more like event type stuff where there was a lot of planning that went into this stream. You
Yeah.
definitely pulled in new viewers because this stream was special.
Yeah.
But the problem is making every stream special is just as much work as making good videos, which is why so many streamers don't do that.
Well, that's why I wouldn't say that those particular people are streamers. I'd say those people are content creators, because what they're doing on that stream isn't going to die there. The problem with a lot of streamers is once they're done going live, their content goes absolutely nowhere else. It's just going to be a Twitch VOD that's gone in 2 weeks instead of being uploaded to YouTube and getting more potential views down the road.
Yeah.
And
At
like,
the very least, please do that. Please
Yeah.
just upload your VODs.
Well,
That's the
like-
bare minimum.
there's a whole bunch of people that do like dating shows, stuff like that. He went through the name of Raj Patel. He did a show called Love or Host. I can't remember what he changed his name to nowadays. But like, he didn't let those just die on Twitch. They were uploaded onto YouTube into like, these were planned out shows, and then he uploaded them to YouTube for people to actually consume. Ludwig does, not all Ludwig streams, but his talking head videos were just planned out videos that he streamed, didn't let die there, and re-uploaded to somewhere that it can actually benefit and get way more views, and then pull people from YouTube and move them to Twitch. I think if you stream 3 to 4 times a week, when cutting at least one stream down into something new, can help a lot. You know what? Honestly, I wouldn't even say 3 times a week, you guys.
I would argue that one good stream a week that you cut down into one good video is better than 4 streams that are cut down into one
Yeah.
decent video.
I would even say, like,
Or just
Bro-
make the video.
yeah. I would just skip the streams. Like, I know you and I've had this conversation endlessly with Sapphire. If I had to start all over, I wouldn't even bother with streaming. I wouldn't even, like, all those years, like, if I had to be reborn and all that fun jazz, but I got to keep my knowledge, I wouldn't even look at streaming. I would just make the YouTube videos, and that would be it, until I had a massive enough, well, not massive, but like a big enough audience. So when I did go live, I started with 30 people instead of 1. And the 1 was me.
Yeah.
Because I wasted so much time as a flash tuber streaming to nobody, and then to only my friends, and like the random person that would watch me playing Escape from Tarkov.
I mean, I'm in the same boat, but I wasted time as both a VTuber and a normal streamer.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing is, like, if I had to restart from now, streaming wouldn't even be on my list of things to do.
Yeah.
Like, I probably wouldn't even consider going live until I had at least 10,000 YouTube subs. Like, that'd
Yeah.
be my bare minimum.
Yeah, 100% agree with you.
Otherwise, like, now, don't get me wrong. I've met a lot of great people when I was smaller, and a lot of them still show up to my current streams. And like, it's definitely not to discount those people, but I also just think of, the 500 and something streams I've done, like, just on YouTube. I don't even want to know what the number is if I add Twitch streams into this. And like the sheer volume of wasted time streaming to like one person.
Now, Valentine, I'm going to have to disagree. They stated, I feel streaming helps you practice entertaining people and get familiar with your software and environment. Quite honestly, yes, talking live and a script are 2 different things, but if you spend the time waiting until getting to like 10,000 subscribers, for example, before you go live, at that point on how to properly entertain people, and at that point what they would latch onto and what they would like versus when they don't. So a good example of this is CDog VA. He spent so much time on YouTube making content and so on and so forth. So when he actually went live, he had all those viewers, and he knew how to entertain those viewers because he knew from his YouTube channel on what they actually wanted to see, what they would like, and for example, he would know the proper people to collab with. So he would know the synergy he would require if he needed to do collabs. So, like, sure, yeah, there might be a little bit of a difference between talking to a camera versus all the different people, but in a way, and I don't know if Rayless feels this way, but I have a couple of videos that have 100,000 viewers on it. I talked to 100,000 viewers. Sure, it might not have been one-on-one, but 100,000 people heard my voice, heard my advice, heard what I needed to say. That's still a huge toll. So,
Chexchio also brings up another great point: is even if you're not that entertaining on your first stream, if you have 30 dedicated viewers, you have people to interact to better yourself.
Yeah.
That I both agree and disagree with that, in the sense of you definitely need to know how to be able to talk to yourself.
Yeah.
For sure. And yeah, when you have a minimum of 30 people in your chat, someone will always be talking.
Yeah.
That is true. I definitely will say, because I've been down in the throes before, having 3 people in stream where it's mostly just me talking to myself is a very different experience than going live and never having chat stop moving.
Yeah.
It's a very, very different streaming experience.
Yeah. And that's why
But
I think a lot of VTubers and streamers in general don't last that long, because they start with nobody for a very long time, for years. That's why people like give up after a few months. Like, look at all the VTubers that are in debut. Oh God, I miss my hands. Air quotes. Imagine air quotes debut, and notice how they debut, and then like 2 months later, you don't hear anything about them, and their Twitter account's dead. Went live to nobody. But sorry, I cut you off. Keep going.
More often than not. Well, no, it's just I actually do like the point you brought up, Antonia, that they were still nervous talking with no one listening, recording audio for videos and scripts, monotone alongside us. I mean, I have those problems when I'm streaming and when I try and edit my streams into videos.
Mm-hmm.
I have those problems. I don't have those problems when I'm recording a video.
Yeah.
So it's, even though I have done, more than enough videos to be able to hammer out what I'm saying easily, that it's a different skill set than streaming. Doing something live is just inherently different. And the problem is that even if you start off like as a reasonably entertaining person live, the harsh truth of the matter is that no one cares yet.
Mm-hmm.
And videos are a great way to get people to care about you.
Yeah.
So once people care about you, they stick around. And if you're starting off with the streams, especially to low viewership, you're going to get a somewhat constant trickle of one brand new person here, one brand new person there. And I think a great way to look at this is compare any stream you do on YouTube to any video you do on YouTube. I would almost guarantee the video will have more views than your stream every time.
Oh, for sure.
And that's the best way of interacting with people, because comments will add up. You'll actually be able to talk to people and interact with them like you would have wanted to on stream. And people do pay attention if you interact with them through your videos.
Absolutely.
They definitely do.
Well, and another thing too is when people come to live streams, they're there for 30 seconds to a minute. You got to do whatever you can to captivate them within that 30 seconds to a minute. If you don't, they're gone. Right. And one thing that I personally think about, especially live streams, is they have, for the most part, no reason to come back. Where videos, depending on the content you make and how well your videos are, you usually give them a reason to come back and watch your next video. Right? Your guys' live streams, you may have one great day where you feel great and you're doing a fantastic live stream, but your energy and your mood changes the next one. Like, I don't know if you experience that, Rayless, but I had live streams that were up and down all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about. My streams are the best stream ever every time.
When we were flesh tubers, way back when. Like, videos for sure make reason or give people a reason to care about you and want to come back. Live streams don't. Right? The thing with like monotone, long silences, you know, if you guys spend the time making your videos, your content, you're gonna notice. And again, I don't know if Raylis can relate to this or not, but my and all that fun stuff has really cut down quite a bit.
You notice real quick what your vocal tics are. I'll put it. The amount of times I say actually in a stream is unnerving.
I used to say 100%. That was a meme for the longest time because I would always say 100%. Like,
my two biggest vocal tics that I have to like curtail really bad is actually, and you know, I can't tell you the amount of like times I've wanted to make a cut for like I also need to say like less, but that one's easier to edit out than other words. But I've tried to make a cut and I've said, you know, and then the next sentence ends with, you know, and then the next sentence ends with, you know. It's like, all right, we got to do some fancy editing tricks to get this out of here. And then I've had post-it notes up where it's like, okay, I need to stop saying actually and you know. Just stop it. But I wouldn't have noticed that if let's be real. Everyone says you should watch your own VODs. No one actually watches all their own VODs.
No, they really don't.
Like, you'll watch pieces of your own VOD. And if you're editing, you'll probably watch it at 3 times speed to get to the part where you know there was a funny bit and ignore the rest.
Yeah.
But if you're kind of confronted with your own mortality when you're recording a script for a VOD, because you know what words are supposed to be there.
and you think you're saying them.
Or you think that your pronunciation of things is good, and you're like, wait, I didn't even know I said words like this. How do people understand me? You know. Speaking of which,
well, I'm going to use a perfect example right now. I'm sorry, Lewis, but I'm going to embarrass you in front of like literally everybody. I'm really hoping he's not watching. But like, Lewis for the longest time thought he was saying gallstones right. He was actually saying gallstones.
Gallstones?
Yeah.
Gallstones? Oh my gosh.
And he was saying golf.
Beautiful.
Stones the entire time. Nobody ever corrected him because it was funny as hell. But it's like, right? You don't know that unless A, somebody tells you, or B, you're watching your own content and you don't know that you're saying it completely wrong. So, yeah, I can relate to that. 36 years old, learned last week. There we go. Yeah, I know I say Sessio wrong. I'm okay with that. I know it's say so. I don't want to say so. I want to say it wrong. Screw you guys. This is my stream.
We're on VTuber Senpai stream. We do what he wants.
Exactly. I'll never say things right.
All right.
See someone that accent makes me nervous. I can see a lot of people picking up on me over my dialect. Well, yeah, to a degree. I wouldn't worry about dialects too much. I really wouldn't. Especially,
look, people are gonna make fun of you no matter what you do, so you might as well just
embrace
it or ignore it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, if you guys say stuff wrong, like, I say Japanese words wrong all the time. In my head, I think they're right, but does it really matter at the end of the day? Does it trigger people? Does it cause them to make fun of me? Absolutely. Do I say English words wrong? Absolutely. Does it matter at the end of the day? No. It really doesn't. The only time I'll worry about saying stuff wrong is if I start losing money because of it. And if that's the case, then we really got to be worried. Has a massive accent, don't worry about it. Definitely won't hurt your growth. Yeah, exactly. Somebody goes to Japan and say, where are the subs? I don't get it. Thorn, I will ban you. I swear to God, I will.
Look, if you guys ever want anyone to berate you for how you pronounce things, just try making any Genshin video ever. I guarantee you'll get 30 comments correcting how you say things the same way that voice actors say them.
Have you discussed streaming on YouTube versus streaming on Twitch as a new creator and how they're recommended to new viewers? So I got a video on that one, Depot. Honestly,
I'm gonna guess. Hold on. Let me see if I can summarize it in one word.
go for it.
Don't.
Yep.
Don't stream.
Honestly, like, this is not the answer you guys want, but if you guys want to be like a air quote big streamer, start with making content. And this is like my personal opinion. I'm not speaking for anybody else or anything, but my personal opinion is literally make content on YouTube first, TikTok, all that stuff. Then after you get whatever X amount of subs, probably 10K, I could definitely agree with Rayless on that one. Then start going live, streaming on other platforms. Now, if you guys really want to like just only be streamers, then pick a platform. Really, at the end of the day, if you're going to stream on Twitch, sure, go nuts. But if you're going to stream on Twitch, stream a game that doesn't have a lot of viewership or doesn't have a lot of streamers in it, and probably actually doesn't have a lot of viewership. It would be a game that is probably older and not as popular anymore. And that's probably where you're going to see most of your success. Yeah, retro stuff. And then if you're going to be on YouTube, this is just my personal opinion, but you can't treat YouTube the exact same way as you treat Twitch. YouTube is a content platform. If you're going to be streaming on YouTube, will it be better for numbers and like being promoted in the algorithm, or if people go to the YouTube gaming page, there's probably a better chance for you to get an audience there. But YouTube is more designed for you to make content out of those streams or make content in general than using streams as a supplement to your channel. Like, honestly, if you guys are gonna be streaming on YouTube, I'll, at the very least, make shorts. Very least.
Because shorts can lead back to your live streams.
Exactly. Yeah, you are living rent-free in somebody's head. Absolutely. I learned everyone's path is different. Same goal, but you need to take different steps due to having different experiences, skills. Yeah. I wonder how many people know YouTube as a gaming page. I think a lot more people are realizing it because a lot of Twitch streamers are moving over to YouTube. But they're only moving over to YouTube right now at this particular time because I think the only number one reason is because they're getting a fat paycheck out of it. But the one thing that you guys don't understand as well, or know, or whatever, and Rayless, you please throw in your input on this one. If somebody comes visits your live stream, after you're done your live stream, YouTube will promote your shit to them. Right? Your videos, your shorts, they'll see all that stuff on the homepage. Twitch, when you're done your live stream, they see nothing of your content. They go somewhere else. They go to another streamer. They probably won't see your stuff ever again. If you're a smaller content creator, at least if you're a smaller content creator on YouTube, you have a chance for your content to be suggested to them, so they have a less of a chance to forget you. What's your thoughts, Rayless?
Yeah, if anyone visits your live stream, there's a pretty decent chance they'll see you again.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
long as there's other stuff that you're making, they'll see you again.
Yeah, and I gotta really stress on other stuff. Please, for the love of God, at the very least, shorts. Very, very least shorts. Yeah. Oh, and the thing is too, like with YouTube, I've never done this. I really should, but you can like redirect your stream to a video, which if you plan it right and you stream early enough or late enough or whatever, you can have a video go live, redirect your stream to that video, and you get instant viewers on the video right away, which can help it being promoted out. Well, if it's not really short, if it's long form content.
Yep.
Swear jar. Oh my God. I've been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes or 2 hours and 30 minutes. And that's my first swear. That's pretty good.
Shame on you. No.
Hey, you know what? There's a charity out there getting like almost $200. I'm okay with it. Streamers are now streaming Pikmin because it's newest game coming out. Should I stream? No. I personally don't think you should be streaming that game. Unless, and this is like the biggest unless, there's content like YouTube Shorts or long form content like videos that people aren't making for that game. But if you don't plan on making YouTube Shorts or long form content for that game that people haven't made yet, you're just wasting your time. My personal opinion.
Yeah.
Like that kind of relates to what Rayless was saying. Yeah, and Murdoch literally just typed it. Bigger audience. That's why bigger streamers, bigger content creators can get away with that kind of thing because of they have the established audience that will watch them no matter what.
I can actually okay, so here's a great example. I would guarantee you guys that if VTuber Senpai streamed Mario Kart on this channel for his next stream, I would be surprised if there were 15 people here.
I'd be surprised if there was 10.
Why? Because that's not what he normally does on the channel.
Yep.
Just doing stuff that is outside of your wheelhouse doesn't work on YouTube. Like it's that's not what YouTube's about. YouTube likes you to stay like YouTube puts you in a nice little box.
Mhm.
You can do whatever you want inside that box. You can even push the walls of the box a little bit. But for God's sake, you're not allowed to leave the box.
Yeah.
Because if you leave the box, YouTube disowns you.
Well, Vesa, I've already
And your
run that
viewers
experiment.
disown you.
So, like, a lot of you guys don't know this, but when I first started this channel as VTuber Senpai, I streamed Five Nights at Freddy's on this YouTube channel. I had people asking VTubing education questions in a Five Nights at Freddy's live stream, and I had people coming in for Five Nights at Freddy's here on YouTube, wondering why there was people asking VTubing questions on the live stream. Right? That's two different audiences trying to merge into one niche, and well, not two different audiences, but you guys know what I mean. Like, it was hella confusing. Right? And then all I had for weeks on end was 12-year-olds asking me, hey, when are you doing the next Five Nights at Freddy's stream? Like, I had zero intention to ever do it again. And that's why I'll only stream video games on Twitch. And there's a reason why I don't really stream video games on Twitch at this current time. So,
Oh, you mean you don't like being asked to stream the same thing over and over and over again? What's wrong with you?
well, the one thing I've noticed is streaming on Twitch, especially like if with my niche, is people just ask you the same questions. But now you're playing video games, so you're trying to multitask while trying to answering VTubing questions, right?
It's so true, though. It's so true.
So here I am trying to play. I can't remember last Valorant. I think it was. I was playing like live on stream, and I'm trying to like think of a coherent answer while I'm being shot at. Like, it doesn't work. My brain does not work that well. It really doesn't. Am I
How
screwed
long
if I
does
did?
it-
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Oh, well, I'll read the one you're gonna do. Am I screwed if I debuted a new model and she has a different theme than what my model has now?
What do you
No,
think? No?
not really. If you have a different name, that's a big problem.
I think the only time that will actually matter is when you have a huge audience following you. Like if Iron Mouse
do
went
you
from
know
her
what?
current model to a horse. Actually, I don't even think that would be much of a problem.
You'd figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah, she really would.
I'm gonna say something super calloused. Maybe it's because it's, I don't know. Maybe it's, yeah. I don't know why, but like I'm gonna say something super calloused. If you have a small following, no one is going to care and or remember any of the mistakes you make or even any of the great things you do.
Yeah.
No one's going to care. And this is coming from someone who had like a nervous meltdown about switching from educational content to lore. I was terrified of losing my, 1,000 subscribers. I
Yep.
was very proud of those. And then, now I'm at 40,000. When you're that small, you don't, and I don't really blame people for this because you just don't have a concept of what a bigger world looks like. Like right now, I get anywhere from 30 to 40 subs a day. That was months for me when I first started.
Yep.
I get in a day what used to take me months. And that's a real big mental hurdle to get over when you are really small, is like your decisions ultimately don't matter unless they make you a better streamer, better content creator.
Yeah.
So you might alienate 5 people, but in the grand scheme of things, if it's better for you, that's nothing.
And the ride or die types, I'm sorry to say, your ride or dies won't be here a year or 2 years down the road. Like, let's be perfectly honest. Especially if your content changes a little bit, even like because we knew people in the past that would do ASMR, and that particular content creator had a lot of ride or dies. But as soon as they changed to Dead by Daylight, the ride or dies were gone. Like, so ride or dies, your audience, they always change and they don't stay around forever. They really don't, especially when you guys are smaller. There's hardly anybody from my Rainbow Six Siege days still around.
I definitely do not stay.
Yeah. And
honestly, you don't want them to stay.
Yeah, you really don't, because they're holding you
really
back.
don't.
They're
Well,
honestly holding back.
And like you just mentioned, like the people that I don't get it too much these days anymore because I've been out of the tutorials field for a very long time. But like, if people keep on trying to talk to you about stuff that you used to do, and you're really focused on the stuff you're doing now, that is just such a mental drain on you. You're like, I've moved past that stuff 7-8 months ago,
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, but that's not my focus anymore. Can we just not talk about that, please?
Feel free to send them my way, by the way. I don't mind.
Well, no, like this is, like I said, it doesn't really happen anymore. But like, I totally get the understanding of like it just can drag on you. Like,
So
Thorn has a good question.
Personally, for me, Thorn, I'm not gonna. I don't know if this applies for you or not. But it took Raylus's and my channel a year to be figured out by YouTube. If and I'm talking in general for everybody in chat, not to one specific person, but if you guys have been switching up content every 6 months anyway, YouTube barely knows who you are. Especially if you guys haven't been consistent.
100%.
So it doesn't matter. Don't worry about the algorithm. I went from somebody that was making PUBG content on this exact same channel under a completely different name to what I am today. YouTube didn't give a shit. They didn't, another swear. They didn't care. They relearned me eventually and then moved on, right? And a lot of you guys don't make consistent content. YouTube doesn't know who you are. Sorry to say, they really don't. What do you think, Realist?
I definitely agree with that. That like this actually kind of ties into the question that you just asked, Pink, which is at what level is it okay to be a variety content creator? All the variety content creators have something tying like an overall theme, whether that's the personality they've been built up, the community they've built up, like all these other things. What does variety streamer mean to you? Because to me, it means like doing dumb video game challenges. Doesn't matter what game it is, you can do that in any game that's ever existed. So variety doesn't really mean anything in that context. If you're trying to like, if you just want to be able to play whatever game you want, well, I'm sorry, that's not a thing.
Yeah, and that's what I see a lot of people do. Like, oh, they're like, oh, I'm a variety streamer. It's literally them playing whatever game they want, and they wonder why they can't hold an audience. I see there's a lot of people that say that they're variety streamers, but they say in one niche. Murdoch said sci-fi, but like if you guys are playing Star Trek Online, EVE Online, Stargate, Star Wars, stuff like that, I'm sorry to say, guys, you are going to struggle because you're trying to reach a whole bunch of different fandoms. You're trying to reach a whole bunch of different games. You really have to narrow it down. I wouldn't even say to 2 games. You could do 2 games if you want, maybe 3 games, the absolute most. More times than not, 1 game and that's it. If you want true success starting from the get-go. That's my personal
I would even, I don't necessarily even think that it's about limiting the games that you play. It's about limiting your ideas to what is unique to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a weird example here. And again, this is not meant to plug myself on someone else's channel because that's kind of a dick move.
No, please do.
But this is to prove a point. Like I do mostly just chatting streams, kind of like VTuber Senpai does. Here. But on Saturday I am doing a horror game stream, which sounds completely unrelated to everything I just said, right? But the whole reason why that stream is happening is because it's using custom programs I built for stream interactivity, which on my stream is very important to me. And anyone who frequents my streams knows that's very important to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter that it's a horror game. It matters that I'm doing the chat interactivity things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that difference is what matters, because saying that you want to play any game and make whatever type of video you want, to me that means that you have no idea what type of game you want to play or what you want the theme of your content to even be. And you know, this probably sounds harsher than it should, but that's what it sounds like to me. It's like you don't even know what you want.
Yeah. And
because you can come up with a reason to play all these other games and keep it united under like your banner.
Yeah.
Or do a whole bunch of things that is your style. But it sounds like you don't know what that is.
Yeah. And that's kind of why I push for people to stick to the one game. Because one thing I've noticed is they'll try to stick to a game that's in a certain genre, but they're all over the place in those different genre or in those different games. For example, like 7 Days to Die, they'll focus on base building and killing some zombies here and there. But if they're in Ark Survival Evolved, all they're doing is just taming. Right?
Right.
Where at least you have some sort of base consistency. The vast majority of it is what I personally see. A lot of people that try to play that survival niche don't.
Oh, you know what? Here's actually a really big YouTuber example that I think is a perfect reference point for this. So there's a channel called Let's Game It Out. They've got several million subs. If you've ever watched a Let's Game It Out video, you know exactly what all the other
Oops.
Let's Game It Out videos are like, because they're going to break whatever game they happen to be playing into such a 1 FPS meltdown. Like,
Oh, okay,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
point
These guys
is
break
they
them.
play games in the most ridiculous way possible.
Yeah.
It doesn't. So, in that sense, that's a great way of being a quote unquote variety content creator. Because, yeah, the game changes every time,
Yeah.
but you know exactly what the video is going to be like.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm trying to get at, is that theme is what you're after.
Yeah, another great example of that would be Neebs Gaming. So what Neebs Gaming does is they have their they play a whole bunch of different games like Ark, 7 Days to Die, so on. So they literally play survival games. But how each stream is, or not stream, each video is a group of friends that are surviving together doing stupid challenges. And that is consistent no matter what game they're playing.
Yep, exactly.
So
And
if you go
you can
7
see
Days to
this about-
Die to Ark, you know what to expect. You know that all
and
four of them are going to be there.
You see this about every big YouTube channel that's out there. Like,
Yeah.
even Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
You have no idea what on earth Mr. Beast is going to be doing, but you know it's going to be the most insane thing you've probably ever seen in your life, and absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. You know it's going to be a challenge, and you know it's going to be over the top.
Exactly. And that's all you need to know. That's the great thing about like discovering what's you. And to be fair, I still don't even know that for myself fully. But like that is part of the journey of content creation, is figuring out like what is so unapologetically you.
Yeah.
Because that's what people end up caring about. And you can translate that to almost anything.
Yeah, for sure. So, literally, guys, we're telling you the secrets. You just gotta listen to us. I promise. We're giving you the key to success here. I don't know about Rayless, but I study a lot of Mr. Beast. He does like he talks similar stuff about this for free on YouTube. There's random YouTube videos you guys can find.
The best part is if you look up any sort of advice, you will probably hear every single YouTuber ever saying the exact same thing, just with different words.
Well, yeah, like so Thorn has so many times linked videos of Asmongold and other content creators saying the exact same thing I say. Like into the Discord. They're like, see, Senpai's already said this. And like honestly, we're all saying the exact same information. Sometimes in different ways. It's just up to you guys to actually listen or not.
Yeah.
If you guys listen, you'll get somewhere.
At least that's the hope.
Yeah, well, there's two things. There's understanding what we're saying, and then there's understanding what we're saying, right? Or sorry, listening to what we're saying and then understanding what we're saying. Sorry, said that completely wrong. But like listening, sure, you're listening, it stays in your head a little bit, then leaves throughout the other ear. Understanding, right? You actually listened, you thought about it, you wrote it down maybe, tried it out, try to figure out what we meant by that, maybe ask some questions, right?
That's the most important part, is actually trying it.
Yeah.
Please.
You guys have to try stuff. Like, I know you guys ask us all the time, hey, is this a good idea? Is that a good idea? Should I do this? Should I do that? Try it.
And guys, failing teaches you more than like minor success.
Yep.
I still, to this day, there's one video on my channel that I am the most proud of.
Which one was
ever. It's the Vado 2 Mini. And the main reason why I made it, because right before that, I had made the 30-minute long, like comprehensive how to be a VTuber video.
Right.
Which did absolutely terrible. It took me so long to make, and nobody cared.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you see,
how to be alive 2D 2.3 and then video tube 1.8 or almost 200,000.
The reason why I made the VTuber Mini is because that big video failed miserably. Like, it was way worse than a lot of all my other videos. I saw this massive spike in the one moment where I talked about VTuber Mini.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, huh, people really care about that.
Yeah.
It's the only thing out of the whole 30 minutes that people gave a damn about.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'll just make a video about that. And now that is it's like the top third most viewed video on my channel. And I never would have made a dedicated video to VTuber if I hadn't made the thing that took me probably 10, 15 times longer.
Mm-hmm.
And it absolutely bombed.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Like, before I was doing VTubing content, I was doing kind of like a Walmart Harris Heller content on like how to get like 15 average viewers on Twitch. Somehow Thorn managed to find him because he's just good at sniffing that stuff out. But I did the one VTube video, Luppet tutorial, so that I got massive views from that, and that was what swapped me to making VTubing education videos.
Yeah,
right?
That's the same thing that happened to me with the VTube Studio video.
Yeah.
I just made it because I was like, I don't know what the hell to make. I'll make a tutorial. And then it did really well. And I was like, oh crap. Oh, wait, this is a thing.
Yeah.
I could do this. And then I found out that, not all tutorial videos do well.
No, oh my God, no.
Actually, wait, hold on. Scroll down just a little bit. I think on my channel, you'll see the worst one I've ever done, which is ironically actually there it is.
Where is it?
The TikTok and YouTube Shorts made easy.
Oh, 467? That's it?
It's terrible, but ironically, it's very related to the whole shorts discussion we were having.
Right.
Because it tells you how to make them so easy. It's like an actual good like tutorial, and it performed terrible. But because of that, I was like, oh, I should just stop making like weird specific videos like that because no one cares. No one's searching for that.
Yeah.
Again, it's all the videos that have bombed for the most part. I have been very happy that I've made because at least the way that I personally make content is I can't make content I don't on some level care about. I just am incapable of doing that.
Yeah.
I can't motivate myself. And finding out which things that I care about that my audience doesn't, and which that I care about that my audience does, that is a very difficult thing to figure out over the course of a long period of time. And the only way you're going to figure that out is by doing things you think will work, watching them fail, and figuring out why.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is too, guys, you got to, the first time your stuff bombs, it's gonna suck. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna be super sad and depressed about it. But you gotta just pick yourself up and just keep going from there. Because you don't know when you're gonna have another successful video around the corner. You really don't. So, I've had a lot of videos that bombed. Absolutely, just absolute trash.
And they're usually the videos you spend the most time on.
You know what?
At least in my case.
Honestly, I think it was the videos I spent most of the time on. Like my how to VTube in Discord maybe took me 15 minutes. On average, my videos I can spend easily 4, 5, 6 hours on just filming, editing, and so on and so forth. Planning is another 4 hours, 5 hours, kind of okay, I got to make sure I hit this because I don't write out scripts. I just write out bullet points of things that I'm got to make sure I talk about. And those videos, at times just do really bad. But low effort stuff sometimes does really good.
Well, so here's the thing about low effort stuff, right? Is usually there is a reason why you wanted to make a video.
Yeah.
And the reason why you view it as low effort is because A, you either just made it really fast because you know exactly what you needed to.
Yeah.
Like we both actually have the same Discord video that I feel like we both just kind of slapped together, and mine's 1 minute long. It literally took me an hour and a half that for the whole thing, like maximum.
Oh Jesus.
And so, but like, it was just like, oh, this is useful. I should do a video about it. And I stopped my thought process there and just made it. And yeah, again, it's one of the best videos on my channel. And that's how so many of my other ones are. It's just like, I feel like low effort content gets a bad rep for how a lot of us think about it.
Yeah.
Because I think the reason why some of us think of that type of content as low effort is, yeah, it might have taken us literally less time to make. That does not devalue the quality of that idea.
Yeah.
And that's a really crazy thing to wrap your head around. And I promise you everyone's going to go through that, where you will make something in an hour that outperforms something that took you 40 hours.
Yeah, for sure.
And you'll probably do that a lot. So you just got to come back to that and like recognize that that's going to happen. But that just also means that, hey, if you have good ideas that are easy to make, that Godspeed. That's amazing. Like that's something I wish I had all the time. Are you kidding me? It's awesome.
It's crazy that editing takes longer than the video took to. Well, yeah, sometimes editing does take quite a long time, and you guys can't be afraid of that, right? The more often you edit, I personally feel the better it is, because the more time you put into it, the less time it takes you down the road to make the same video. Now, what I do encourage you guys to do is try to make your editing length the same amount of time, and then maybe try to learn a new thing as you edit, like every fifth or sixth time. Maybe like learn how to use proper chroma key or transitions or whatever, right? Teach yourself a new skill, a new editing skill that you could now use in your future videos. It may take you the same amount of time. That's good though.
That is unbelievably invaluable. It's just adding in one little new thing every video you make. It can be the smallest thing. Like hell, in one of mine, it was literally just changing the text to be slightly less eye bleeding.
Yeah.
Like that's all. That's the only thing I made. But like, then the next video, you know, it's like, oh, I should learn how to do this one very specific type of cut. Just that one little thing. But like that's the thing, is it adds up so fast. Every little optimization here. Maybe one time all you do is you just make a preset for like a common effect you use all the time. Like, and it saves you 5 seconds every time you edit.
Yeah. Yeah,
that it adds up.
Yeah, the more it definitely adds up, and not only that, like it becomes second nature. You guys start just doing things, you don't even think about it. And I know,
honestly,
sorry, go
that's
ahead.
the biggest mental relief to me, is because editing is scary. I completely agree with anyone who thinks that editing is scary, because it is. Because you have no idea, like, unless you've done it before, you have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's terrifying. You're on top of never having made a video before, you're also learning a program you haven't used before.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But once, even if all you figure out is just like, oh, I just know how to cut. That's one less thing you have to think about. You can just do it.
Yeah.
And that the mental burden of just opening up the app gets less every time. And I think that's the single biggest reason why like just doing things gets easier over time, is because you don't have to think about doing all the minutia stuff, like the, just cutting out all the silences, moving the clips around. Your brain just goes on to autopilot, and then you get to focus on the actual fun parts.
Absolutely.
At least that's how it was for me.
No, same here. Absolutely same here. And this, I'll lead us into another direction as well. I know a lot of you guys have asked me over the streams and in DMs and so on and so forth. I want to hire a video editor, blah, blah, blah. If you guys are willing to put in the time and the effort to learn this stuff, you can actually communicate to video editors down the road on what exactly you want in this specific timestamp or whatever, right? There are some people out there that, like, you guys aren't even willing. You guys are going to suffer the most when you hire a video editor. You're going to have the worst relationship, and you're not going to have the best videos out there because you don't know what you're talking about. A lot of you guys don't know what an L cut or a J cut is, right? Those are small, basic little things that can help a video flow better and look better, right? So definitely don't be afraid to learn these things, because it will help you forever, for as long as you want to be in content creation.
Yeah.
If I hire, yeah, you could definitely hire a beginner and train them. Yeah. Well, that's what I believe Senpai Gaming did, right? Sam trained a new guy, and new guy took over.
Yep.
Editing tutorials on YouTube are super helpful for anyone starting. Yeah. Editing tutorials are crazy OP. Again, Sam Woodhull, look him up. He has so many tutorial videos on that kind of thing. Look up Realis's videos. Look up my videos. Look up Sapphire and Argama and Fofa, and I don't know if Fia does any more tutorials anymore, but like Fia's old 2-year videos,
done.
like, oh, I'm pretty sure Fofa and Argama are completely done as well. But like, videos out here exist, so just look them up. But I think I'm going to call it there, Realist. It's been
Sounds good.
fantastic talking to you. Thank you so much for coming on to the very first, I don't know what this was. Collab stream.
Collabed for the first time in a year and a half last week. It only makes sense that it's your turn.
Yeah.
See, it's so much nicer being on this end.
It is, right? No, but thank you so much for coming out, talking with everybody. I really appreciate it. Especially the fact it was just in the moment.
Oh,
seriously,
just get me starting talking about shorts. I get feisty.
Oh, don't blame you. Definitely don't blame you. So you guys have a great night. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for coming by tonight. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the stream. Links in description.
This also proves we aren't the same person. I just realized that.
Oh yeah, that too. Technically, we'd be talking to ourselves if that guy was still around, thinking we were the same person.
You guys better subscribe to this channel right now.
And make sure you guys check out Realist. He's a really cool dude. Makes really good content. Check out his streams. He's doing a stream tomorrow. What's your stream tomorrow, Realist?
Mortuary assistant with sound alerts. I'm not excited for it. But it's happening.
Guys, go watch it. I know I'll be there. So, yeah. Go subscribe, go watch. I'll see everybody Monday. And, yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Bye.